your party and the awards you give out are becoming so coveted, you know, and the trophies that you guys do and the, you know, the bling necklaces and everything. I mean, and what party could pull off Jimi Hendrix Star Spangled Banner, you know, the entire version and have everybody into it.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Good topic.
Chris Jacobs in studio. You've done the show before. This is the first time you're doing it in studio, so we're very excited.
And Josh is super nervous.
Thank you for that.
We helped him through it.
You did. You helped me. I think you're the first threefer.
Oh,
I think you're the first threefer. You're listening to another episode of Oil and Whiskey. As usual, this episode is brought to you by WeatherTech. WeatherTech's cargo liner provides complete cargo area protection and coverage to defend against daily wear and tear.
Laser measured for a perfect fit to the vehicle's exact make and model.
Raised outer lip keeps messes contained, avoiding damage from scuffs, spills, dirt, and all your other daily mishaps.
Great for hauling tools, sports gear, groceries, and more. A tough textured finish helps keep cargo from shifting during the drive. Easy installation and removal for quick cleanup.
For those that are transporting their dog or other animals in the back area, makes cleaning up pet hair, slobber, muddy and wet paw marks very easy. Much more so than factory carpet.
Offered in 4 colors, black, tan, gray, cocoa, to match floor liner and floor liner HP. 100% made in the USA, so you can be assured of its quality.
Go to WeatherTech.com to check out the cargo liner today.
Dude, my honor, man. Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been looking forward to coming in to see you guys because, as you know, my hometown is Chicago, and the timing works out perfectly.
Crazy.
Because you called me, you're like, come in the studio. When are you going to be in Chicago next? And I was like, well, I'm coming in from McCacken and the Bears game, more importantly. And thank you, sir.
How many Bears games have you been to this year?
Just the opener. I went to see the Minnesota win.
They're on a roll right now.
Oh,
they're
man.
on a roll right now. You could be the
7 of their last 8.
I hope you're not the bad luck.
No, it's always been an interesting experience being a Bears fan because you get hope immediately following even a loss. You know, they lose and then you're like, I hate this team. I'm giving up on these guys. And then come Monday, you start psyching up for the next game. So, I mean, it's in my blood. We've had season tickets since 1971, the year that they moved to Soldier Field. My dad had them, and when he passed away, he left them to us. So now we have them.
Wow.
And I'm hoping they don't leave Soldier Field because if they do, we'll probably be priced out. I think the seat licenses in Arlington Heights are like $250,000 a piece. It's crazy what they're going to be asking for it. But I'm going to the game on Sunday, and it's Aaron Rodgers' last appearance in Soldier Field, and I'm hoping we can show him the door with an ass kicking.
Is he playing? Didn't he?
He did, but he's going to do it. It's his non-throwing hand. He broke a bone in his wrist, his left wrist, and that MNFer will do to play against the Bears. Exactly. Yeah. So, can I curse on this show?
Oh, yes.
That motherfucking Aaron Rodgers, who I hate with every fiber of my being.
He is.
He's an interesting dude, though.
I'm
not a sports guy at all, but I watched a little bit of his that documentary.
Oh yeah,
he said. It's an interesting cat.
I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
Just out of pure hatred from the competition level.
I have never been
that, man.
I have never been an Aaron Rodgers fan. I'm Cowboys fan, so I have an equal hatred for
and Redskins or Giants
and Packers and the same thing.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's say go Bears. Let's toast to the Bears.
Go Bears.
You guys got your monogram glasses.
But I watched the when he was with the Jets. I watched the HBO, the Hard Knocks.
Yeah,
and I will say, watching him as a normal person and how he reacts and how he acts with the other like rookies and younger players, it does. I started being like, all right, well, he's a normal guy, you know, and I'm sure I had a different level of respect after watching that. Now, he's still a weirdo, and he does his own thing. But at the same time, I kind of respect the fact that he does march to it. If he was playing for a different team, you would have. If he would have never been at Green Bay, you'd have had a different.
For sure. No, absolutely. You're absolutely right about that. There was an extra level of hatred because he was on the Packers, and he beat us so many times, and I witnessed it in person so many times.
Yeah.
And it hurts. And then, you know, he didn't play against us when he was playing for the Jets, but now he's coming back as a Steeler, and it's definitely his last time because he's retiring. And I just so badly want to send him out with a loss because it would take away probably about 20% of the total pain that I've felt in my lifetime as a Bears fan.
How many times has he lost in Soldier Field?
Only a couple. I think only once, maybe twice at the most. Yeah, no, it's bad. It's a bad record. Yeah. He's got the bragging rights.
Be a good weekend. Weather's supposed to be great for the.
Yeah, it's going to be perfect football weather, like 55 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be great. And we have the most amazing seats too. We're on the 25-yard line, south end zone behind the Bears bench, and we have 4 aisle seats in the 6th row. So it's the greatest seats in the whole stadium. Yeah.
That those temps good for the old pigskin, Josh? Is that?
That is great football weather.
Yeah, okay.
It's great football weather. Yeah.
I don't know how I see those fuckers playing in the snow. I'm like, dude, you ever try to like use your hands when it's cold out? Dude,
Well, that's the thing. I
open a
can't
car door and do it wrong, and it's like I go, my hands do not.
Those cheeseheads, like they thrive on being like, we're real fans. We're going to be in
tundra.
It's you can't. I don't care how big of a man you are, how big of a football fan you are. That's got to be miserable. Absolutely miserable.
Yeah, but those guys, I mean, they're, the way they get into the game and the way they focus and they're, moving and sweating, and I'm sure they feel
I'm talking about the fans.
The fans? Yeah, no, the fans. Well, they're pour me another drink.
They don't feel much.
Have you ever been to Green Bay? There's nothing else to do besides the Packers game. I mean, that is like the thing about that town. There's the stadium, and then there's maybe like 100 houses around it, and that is it. Yeah.
We came back from
the town owns the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We came back from SEMA, and my son's 11, had a football game, and it snowed. And for like 3 years, we got to play a snow game. I want to play a snow game. I'm not wearing a base layer. We're going to go tough. We're going to scare the other team.
Sure
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, dude, you're wearing a base layer, and you're going to freeze to death. Bring some gloves. Bring a jacket. Put all this. 15 minutes in, like the entire team, both teams are on the sidelines crying. I can't feel my fingers.
Oh, yeah.
I can't move my toes.
The fingers are turned into glass. Just a touch of a face mask on your fingers in the cold.
Parents weren't much better in the stands.
Of course not. Coming right off of SEMA, man, you were busy. The only person that rivaled your busyness and on-air appearances was probably Fab Guy Ryan. I think he's trying to become the new face of SEMA.
He's the mayor. Right. He's the mayor of SEMA. He's certainly the mayor of Central Hall.
I saw more Fab Guy Ryan pics like this than anything else in my social media.
I mean, he never got tired, too. I've seen like 30 interviews with him, either the Mustang or the Aston Martin, and he's just enthused city, and he's pointing everything out. I'm happy for those guys because Mike and Jim are very low-key, very subdued, and so to have a guy like Ryan repping the brand is super because, he knows everything about the cars, obviously, and is very happy to give anybody a full tour. So
yeah, he does great with it.
He does good.
He's really good with the brand for sure. Mike and Jim go up there and just dismiss everything. This fucking thing's a piece of shit. You don't want to know nothing about this fucking sucker. Fuck this thing. He goes up there and it's like he's good, man.
Yeah, he does.
Good job.
So SEMA Live, you were busy all week long, and you're doing. I mean, that's like from doors open to doors closed.
Yeah, I was in my seat at 8:45. I got a half hour for lunch, and then I was there till 5, and then 4 on Friday. And so, yeah, it was long days. But you know what? I mean, I love doing it. I was actually the only bummer about being up there the whole time is because I wasn't able to walk around the show. So I really didn't see as much as I wanted to. I saw a little bit of Central Hall, and that was about it. But to have the people who I was able to interview on the show was just amazing. I mean, I think I did 16 on day 1, 15 day 2, probably about 15 day 3, and maybe 10 day 4. And we just covered everybody. I mean, except for you guys. I don't know why we didn't have you guys up there because that would have been a blast.
Right. We're old news, man.
But
invitation must have gotten lost in a spam folder somewhere.
You didn't check your junk mail. Yeah.
Damn, that's what it is.
That's on us. Yeah. That's on us.
The dude, they were down there live for the unveil. So
But I'll tell you one thing.
Big hair muscles.
Because there's stuff to do every single night at SEMA, obviously, right? And I'm like, I'm an old enough guy where I know that the next morning is going to be hell if I go out the night before. So I reserve one night to go out, and that is, of course, Thursday night to the Roadster Shop party. And it once again was so much fun, and what a great venue. You guys upgraded in such a major way. Luckily, the pool area was roped off because multiple people would have wound up in there.
We made sure to do that. Like, we
that
just
was smart.
Just talked about that with Fab Guy Ryan. Said, like, no disrespect because I'm part of this community. All the degenerates, including myself, would somehow end up in the pool.
Yes.
As the night goes on.
There's next year.
Throwing something in
Yeah.
There's next year.
Something.
I got permission
Something's
for
gonna
next
go
year.
in the pool.
Yeah, we looked at it. We said, you know what? Because we did have that whole section. We're like, man, we should probably rope this sucker off like, right here.
Yeah.
That was a smart move.
Be
Yeah.
a little different next year.
But it's cool. I mean, it's like your party and the awards you give out are becoming so coveted, you know, and the trophies that you guys do and the, you know, the bling necklaces and everything. I mean, yeah, I know you kind of halfway mean it as a joke, but they're so cool because they're so well done and such quality stuff that like it's really cool to win those and to have those. And obviously, testament to how important it is. Everybody shows up to that party. You know, nobody misses that party.
It's a humbling experience for sure to look around and
Yeah.
it's something.
But the trophies are wild because to your point, like it did start off as it's kind of like, it's a gag, right? This is funny. But then when you really sit down and you figure out, like, we had engineers design them. We machine the RS logo. We send them to advanced plating, and they're actual gold plated.
And gold is not cheap, by the way.
Josh sits down and he hand bedazzles them. He places all those things in there. Then
he's
you
not
buy
lying.
the chain. Then we machine the little chain adapter. Then we fabricate the thing. It's probably a $10,000 chain.
Wow.
Like if you really figured, if you build it like to a customer for labor
Yeah, like if
hours,
you went in somewhere and ordered that.
You factor the gold
what
in,
you
it's
pay.
about 12 or 13 a piece.
Is it
Wow.
really?
Yeah. There's a lot. Advanced plating does a lot of gold plating on those. Yeah. But like, yeah, you put in our stuff. You saw the whole behind the scenes factory. There's a whole like assembly line of bedazzling going on.
Yeah,
but
between you and me, it was arts and crafts.
Yeah, you were doing all the
Super
same
center over here.
But it is fun to be able to do something that is fun like that. Like you said, it's fun to not be able to take it so seriously while also taking it very seriously.
Yeah, I mean, and what party could pull off Jimi Hendrix' Star Spangled Banner? You know, the entire version and have everybody into it.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Good topic, man. Good
We
topic.
missed on one spot.
No, it was a big miss. So at the very beginning, you know, we did last year at Jewel. The DJ, we told the DJ, hey, we want to do Star Spangled Banner, but let's do like a montage. Let's mix it up or whatever. You could do, you know,
Stapletons.
the Stapleton, Hendrix. You can mix in, you know, a little Whitney and stuff like that. Just do something. Well, he went, you know, basically Hendrix straight into Stapleton. Fine, no big deal. It turned out good. So we had the same conversation with the new DJ at Dre's, or Soleil, new company. So we had that. He's like, oh yeah, no problem. I got you. I know exactly what I'm going to do.
I think we even said like not the whole.
Yeah,
Hendrix
not the whole.
because that kind of goes on forever.
So he was with that confidence. You're like, oh man, he's got this
He's done this
handled.
before.
He
right?
knows what we mean.
Yeah,
He's got it.
Well, then it goes in, and first of all, that was the first time that song had ever been played in it. Nobody's ever listened to the whole thing.
No one can make it. It's like trying to watch Space Odyssey all in one
It
sitting.
gets to a certain point, and it's borderline disrespectful. At the certain point, you're like, all right, come on.
I know you communicated, and I was like, Josh got this. At any point, this is about to change. It's going to change. And then it just got into the like,
Well, I'm
looking down like,
I would wanted to crawl out of my skin.
this has got to stop.
But I'm as close to you as I was the DJ. I'm standing on the side, right? And I'm trying to make eye contact. He did a great job. But this son of a bitch knew exactly what he was, because he tried to basically hang his head in reverence. Like it's not an eye contact kind of thing, right? He had his hat in his thing, and I'm like, I can stare through your soul right now. I know you know that I'm looking at you because you're not doing what we said. And he just hangs in there and the whole thing plays. That was not intended. Right. Because nobody would do that.
I was thinking to myself, they're going to go for it. They're doing the whole thing. Because, I mean, I've listened to it before. I'm a huge Hendrix fan. So I knew, what was going to happen. And I was like, all right, they're not going to fade out.
No, they're not. No.
That falls under the good idea, bad execution.
Yeah. So we're not doing that again. We're not even going to mention Hendrix next year.
Well, my original point being, you guys, you set the bar for entertaining and unusual, and it was a total success. And then, Tim comes out and does his thing, which is, hilarious in its own right. By the way, he was going around the room, and I was thinking two things. God, he knows everybody, and
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't make it over to me.
Yeah, everybody was.
saying the same
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
He made it. My
Courtney came out unscathed because she wasn't
did.
in there yet.
Yes. Yeah.
He caught our wives.
Yes.
And they kept
They were
moving
hiding.
back. They kept moving back and moving back, trying to get behind the column that was there. And he caught him. It was they weren't prepared for it. She's not a public speaker.
No.
It is her birthday today too. Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Nice.
Like any good hot rod builder would do. I'm here hanging out doing a podcast. And it's my wife's,
you're working.
it's my wife's birthday. We're working.
You're
Yeah. So happy birthday.
We're teasing it up for next year. There's going to be a special edition. It's going to be the Hot Rod Wives podcast. We're going to have a montage of a bunch of wives from builders out there in the world talking about how
they can all commiserate about
about how shitty
2
their
months
husbands
leading
are.
up to
No,
SEMA.
that's a good idea to get that together.
It's a great
I
idea.
think it's probably not a positive outcome for us.
Yeah.
Anyway, for the spouses, right?
So it's a great idea. It's what the people want.
You know what this motherfucker did?
The odds are in favor of it going badly.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Right. If you had to choose one or the other,
Probably going to go bad.
You're a
like the Jimi Hendrix Star Spangled Banner.
You're a
Let's just
content
not do
creator.
it. Let's not do it.
Or we just cut it off really short.
Yeah, there you go. Fade them out.
Done.
I mean, you can always tune in for a train wreck before you're going to turn into anything
everybody likes
else.
watching a train
Right,
wreck.
exactly.
Yeah.
You definitely stop and watch the entire car accident, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's for content.
Slow way down. Get over into that closest lane so you get the front row view.
Are you enjoying doing so? SEMA Lives, that's still Bud's deal, right? Bud,
Yeah. Mhm.
So,
So
you
this-
you enjoy doing it as much as you say you are? Or are you still working off like a 55-year contract with Bud? Like he's got something on you that he's like, you got 30 minutes for lunch, dude. He's a slave driver.
Bud and I go way, 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 way back. Chip and I are the only two people who appeared in every episode of Overhauling. So that's a little feather in our caps. But I love Bud. I love working with Bud. He's no nonsense. I get his personality. I give it as good as I get it from Bud. And we have a shorthand. He doesn't need to tell me much. He knows that I understand his vision and that I get it, and like I know what he wants because that's kind of what I want too, and I know how to give that. And no, I mean, SEMA Live, it's a long grind, but it's really an honor to kind of fill that role for SEMA and kind of be the conduit for the people who aren't able to be there in person.
Yep.
And I love it, man. And look at the people that I get to talk to. It's crazy. I'm sitting up there next to Mario Andretti, and I'm like, wow, this is really freaking cool that I'm getting asked this guy basically anything I want.
Yeah.
And, we went into the whole history of his racing, and, he's the only guy to win F1 and Indy and Le Mans. This guy's a living legend, and I'm sitting there next to him talking, and we had everybody up there. So it was great. I loved doing it. And again, the only drawback was I had to literally be in a seated position for like 8 hours a day. My knees are screaming at me by the end of it because I'm not able to, flex them.
Right.
And not being able to see the show. Those are the only two drawbacks of hosting SEMA Live. But other than that, I freaking love it. I hope it goes on for the next 15 years. And it allows me to become more involved with SEMA also. I had a meeting with the SEMA Action Committee yesterday, and I'm going to be kind of taking up the yoke where
good.
Leno is leaving off because he's got so much on his plate. And it will still be called Leno's Law, which is great, but I'm going to be kind of the face of it moving forward. We're going to be putting the bill back in front of the California legislature in 26 and hopefully get it passed through because it's personal for me. I just had to smog my 85 911.
Good
And
grief.
it didn't fail. I was late on paying my registration, so they made me go see what's called a referee. Do you guys have those in Illinois?
No.
So it's like a state department where they really go over your car, inch by inch.
And I'm sure they know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Pretty experienced.
And yeah, exactly.
But the weather's great, 70 all the time.
It's the weather tax. That's why we live there. But so it passed at the ref because I knew it would. It passed at the Smog place, which told me I had to go see the ref. And I have an awesome Porsche mechanic in LA that I work with, Marco at TLG Auto. Shout out to him. He's the best. And they told me after they passed my car, they're like, I think really what they wanted to do was have a really good Porsche come in to kind of set the barometer for now that.
So you're not a benchmark.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot
I'm
of
like,
guys
well, I'm
motherfucking
honored.
you now.
Yeah, but exactly.
Yeah,
Hey, thanks a lot for, choosing my car for that. But no, so I'm going to be very involved in the advocacy of passing Leno's Law, which will hopefully happen in 26, if not 27. Then definitely in 27. But it's ridiculous that these cars that are classics, I think it's 25 years from 1990 and older now are considered classics. Yeah. What a mind blow is that a 1990 car is a classic.
Definitely doesn't make you feel
That
young.
Grand Am is a classic.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
In Illinois, it's 25. So
yeah, same thing. Yeah, 25. Yeah. Oh, did I say 90? Sorry.
2000 is a classic.
I think it's 35 in California.
That's the SEMA and it's just SEMA Action, right? Because they dropped the network. I think I saw something there dropping the network.
Yeah.
But that group, we've had a lot of them on the podcast, and then we met a couple of new people at SEMA. We've said it a bunch of times every time we've had anybody. This has been the best. The last 3-4 years, this has been the best SEMA staff and guidance and direction and everything.
It's a good team.
It is a great team.
Yeah, and it shows in the show itself. I mean, I was so impressed with the changes they made to the convention center itself.
Yeah.
And just the logistics are handled so well. You get 160,000 people coming through there, but it never felt crowded. It never felt like I was waiting to, get out of there, And so I was thoroughly impressed. Mike Spagnolia is such a great guy. He's so cool. His whole team is really cool, and they're into it. They're car people themselves, which is the
difference.
The big difference and the key component.
It is amazing to see the positive changes. You just being there. It's a hip place to be now. Like that was a trade show years ago.
Right.
You felt like you were literally going to a trade show, and now I mean it's a badass place to be. That it just keeps getting more and more relevant.
It's a FOMO factory. Like if you're not there, you feel like you're
glued to
missing
Instagram
out.
or
Yeah,
SEMA
exactly.
Live trying to do
big time
details.
What was your biggest surprise, I guess, of something that is on the come up or has gotten bigger than you expected it to be, trend wise or anything at SEMA? I know you didn't see like much of the show, but you could take it in.
Well, Battle of the Builders was very impressive again. The young guns category. I mean, I thought it was going to happen this year that a young gun was going to win the whole thing.
Gone are the days of like, and also
still,
the young guns.
Unfortunately, there's still that one old fucker hanging around building
Troy
over the top stuff.
Yeah.
His day
by the way,
numbered.
my opinion, I love Troy, very good friend of mine. His Roadster was unbelievable, well-deserved win. But if you win the Amber Award, I think that kind of takes you out of the Battle of the Builders running. I mean, it's too much of a ringer. You should not be able to win that prestigious of an award and then enter it into Battle of the Builders, because it was just he hedged. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's Michael Jordan walking into a high school basketball game.
At this point, I'm
dominating
wondering why they haven't ran Battle of the Builders to be debut cars.
That's kind of where I'm going. It should be its first major competition. Yeah, but the C10
industry,
you think?
Like, you debut at Detroit, debut at Grand National, debut at SEMA, debut at Columbus. You have multiple areas to show up and win and spread the love a little bit.
100%.
Right. I agree. But the Young Guns category winner with his C10, that truck was unbelievable. Yeah. I think he got your award, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And
it's
then
coming on the podcast here in a couple
obviously
weeks.
Troy. And then Pete, who built that 356. Did you guys get a chance to give a good look at that?
Yeah, that I didn't see.
It's a slick car.
Man, he put some details in there that were just unbelievable. Yeah. Being a Porsche fanatic, a classic Porsche fanatic, that 356 took the cake for me. I was hoping he was going to win.
356 coupe or
yeah. It was. I think it started out as a B. But he tricked it all out and just, customized the hell out of it. And it was unbelievable.
Who was fourth?
I think it was a coupe. And then fourth was the Thing.
The Thing.
Yeah.
Did you look at the Thing at all?
The Thing is nuts.
I didn't see it in person. And I was kind of bummed that I didn't see it in person because
it's mind blowing.
Yeah. And that was one of the drawbacks. I wasn't able to get a good look at these things.
That's a dude. We should reach out to Ron Jones.
Yep.
To get him on here.
We should.
Because I don't know what goes on in that dude's head to come up with those ideas to create that, but that thing is
nuts.
It's so good. That might have been the most talked about vehicle. I mean, short of the Ring Brothers Aston, but God, what a lot of hype I never did see it.
didn't
But
see
that's
that either.
sick.
Yeah.
I'm just like you. I didn't get around much at all at the show, so I don't get to really take it in.
So there was that car, and then so Battle of the Builders, I think, is what really impressed me the most about SEMA. It's becoming such a prestigious award. I think it's been going for like 12 years now. I hosted the first couple of years of it, and AJ's been doing it ever since. She did it with Tanner for a number of years, and then she's doing it by herself now. And just the level of sophistication that these young guys are coming in with. I mean, it's like they've been doing it for 20 years. It's crazy. Bobby Alloway said it. Troy said it. Chip said it about all these young guys who are coming up. It's like they're just blowing people away. Yes, they have the advantage of technology, but what they're doing with it is so special.
Dude, that Thomas's C10, like if you were just walking through a show and saw that, you wouldn't know that wasn't built by any one of the biggest names out there.
Right.
I mean, it's just, it's like he checked every box, because we went and we looked at that. That's a truck we looked at pretty good.
Yep.
And everything you look at is touched, finished, done, executed.
And that's not a truck. I mean, you talking about technology. It's got some technology in it. But I hear that, Bobby says it all the time, right? I'm really good friends with Bobby Alloway. We talk. He always says that, with all this new technology and stuff.
Right.
That's
Air tools are new
That's
technology.
a thing. That's a thing that he says, right? And there is some builds and cars that get built that are overly complicated and are achieved by modern technology. But fit and finish is fit and finish, and there ain't technology out there that can make it paint lay down and buff it out. Believe me, if there was,
Technology can't give you a vibe.
people would own it. Yeah, technology can't grab your soul
Right. And
and
that-
say, "Look, technology can't nail stance from looks." Right? And there's some things that just still take.
Yeah.
And Thomas nailed that stuff.
that was
artistic
the
eye.
only thing that truck was missing a little bit.
The stance?
It's a little low in the back. Didn't sit quite right.
Could have
I don't know
been.
why that is, but but he's coming on the show. We'll talk. We'll talk.
He
through
knows
it.
exactly
We'll
what he's
talk
coming
through
into.
One of the other builds I was very, very impressed with was the Chevelle that Velocity Restorations had done in conjunction with Dutch Boys, which was on a Roadster Shop chassis, which was in the SEMA Live display. So that car I did just drool over every single day.
Some
and there
wild
was
stuff.
So many touches, man.
It's cool.
The favorite being the door handles, which I see as a trend now in custom building. They're using those modern door handles where they pull. It's no longer a latch release. It's like they pull out like a modern door, and it's such a trick touch. I don't know how long they've been doing that in the custom car world, if that's something new or not. But I'm new to it, and it really impresses me.
Kindig kind of came out with that. That was his gig.
Yeah, well, his handles are a little different because it pushes in and pulls out like that. But this is where the whole handle kind of looks like a traditional handle, and the whole handle pulls out.
Have you seen?
It may be. Well, no, the Kindigs, you mean?
No, the Velocity.
No, it's not flush.
It's
a handle that looks like a traditional handle.
Did
Like
you
you
see
push
Sanders?
Yeah.
Josh Sanders handles.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's those
Might
handles that are on that thing.
Yeah, he's got a cool new product.
Yeah, he had the Charger that was in
HRA.
HRI, the charcoal one.
Got it.
And he's young kid, great shop. He's been on the podcast. Like, great person, super talented. That dude can do everything, absolutely everything. Got some new products. Well, his new product there was this handle. That same thing. It pops.
I wonder
out.
if Velocity used that one. Yeah.
And we've named it. He doesn't like the name, but me and his wife have named it
That's right. What'd you come up with?
the Love Handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He does not like the name, but I told him I can see it. You just got to make the logo right.
You know who? It just dawned on me at SEMA why he looks so familiar. He looks just like the dude from Red Clay Strays, the lead singer that Brandon.
Oh, he does.
Every time I look at him, I'm like, dude, you look like, I feel like I've known you forever.
He just needs to he needs the right shirt and throw some sunglasses on, and he'd be
cool. It'd cool him up a little bit doing that kind of look.
Yeah, that Sanders Street Rise though, that handle is really
It's
cool.
nice.
Yeah, you're not having to screw with the button and all that kind of stuff. It's just
the whole handle pulls out, and just the way that it feels and the way that it closes is just so modern because it looks vintage, and then you grab it and it pulls out, and it's like, whoa, that's unexpected.
When you're doing SEMA Live and you're running through so many different people, like you said, you talked about Andretti, and you've got people that have done this. You've got Fab Guy Ryan that's a natural on camera, right?
How much has he paid both of you guys for these mentions? Are you like, as his followers
It's just
go
protection.
up, do you get?
We're using it as protection. If you ever get in a
good
fight or
idea.
something, you need somebody to back you up, dude. There's your guy. It's
a good idea.
Right? So you're at SEMA.
My bad. I overlooked that.
You've seen Josh mouth off it. You've seen the altercations. You're like, hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Ryan.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Right.
You've also got, newer guys in the industry. You've got hot rod build. You got some people that aren't new in the industry, like an Alan Johnson. You got people that are just not talkers, especially not on camera stuff. What is and you've dealt with this a lot. What's the trick? How do you get the flow? How do you get them to get comfortable? We just use whiskey. So what?
Whiskey's good. Yeah, I gotta bring that up to Bud. Say, let's get a couple bottles up there. Yeah, some guys obviously are not as comfortable on camera and speaking, but I just kind of make everything as conversational as I possibly can.
Yeah.
So they forget about the cameras and just have a conversation. And I see through my questions what they want to talk about, what they're comfortable talking about. Mostly it's about what projects they're working on,
right.
Their experience at SEMA. Those are always kind of easy ones, but their answers will prompt me to ask questions that I want to get something interesting out of them. So it's a case by case basis, I guess, the best way to put it. But luckily, most of the people that we book on the show, they know what they're going into, and they're prepared, and they know to talk.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say 8 or 9 out of 10 of the people that I interviewed were very good and very comfortable talking to me on camera.
How much prep are you doing beforehand?
I do a little bit. The producers are very good in the sense that they give me like a boilerplate questions, but most of these people who I'm interviewing, I know. So it's just like a family reunion. They come up and we just, kind of shoot
that makes
the shit.
it easier.
Yeah. Shoot the shit for about 10 minutes and it's great. And, it's just, I feel so honored and privileged that they trust me to do it, because to do what I do at SEMA Live, you have to be very integrated into the community. So it's my honor being just a host and not necessarily a builder. Yes, I was on a build show, but I'm not a builder. The fact that these guys respect me to talk to me on their level is humbling to me.
We talked about that all the time. I'm sure that it happens in other industries. However, this is the industry that we all know and love and been in for so long. This seems as though it's a unique, that no matter where you are in a job in this industry, it is very difficult to bullshit your way through anything.
Yes.
Right? And the realness is because of, like you said, you're not a builder. You've been in this. You can speak the lingo. You know enough to have the questions. You know these people. That's there versus just somebody that's great on camera that can absolutely run an interview that is just reading stuff. If it's going over here, like it comes across. We've seen that on Automotive. Nobody in particular.
I was up until you got here to the Roadster, I thought that was, you got here on bullshit, didn't you? Wasn't that your whole deal? You told me that. You literally told me that.
But you gotta have facts about the bullshit.
Yeah, you got a lot of knowledge that you mix in.
You have to hide the lack of knowledge very effectively.
Yeah. But yeah, it is something that you can't
you can't fake it.
You can't fake, And
you
can be honest about I don't know how that works. Explain that to me.
Right.
But if you're just completely, fish out of water in this, it's difficult for on the entertainment side or the host side or trying to put on a show if you have no car knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's you'd be just inappropriate to be doing it. But I have been in situations outside the automotive world because I host everything. So I like to do just enough research where I can make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Even though I don't, and I know I don't, but I can. I switch it over to a curiosity approach.
Exactly.
Versus hey, let's talk about this, and I'm gonna ask you loaded questions that show that I have a little bit of knowledge about this. Versus tell me about this table. Where it's curiosity versus if I knew about this table, this is an old train floor, right?
Right. Yeah.
And it's two different approaches, and you have to quickly be able to determine, if you know what the person is going to be talking about.
the only guy who's ever pulled it off successfully that didn't know shit. You ever watch Bob Vila Home Again when you guys were younger?
Yeah.
Bob,
He didn't know anything.
He's a
Bob
Chicago
didn't
guy.
know his fucking nail from a screw.
Really?
Oh, dude, we used to joke about it all the time.
How do you know this?
This
I
old
watched-
house.
Yeah, this
Is
old
this a
house.
fact?
This is a fact. I used to watch it religiously.
I know.
My dad would watch. It was Norm Abram and the New Yankee Workshop. Norm
Yes.
knew Norm could make some shit. Right, Bob. They'd follow him through, and Bob would be like, "So, what are you guys getting ready to hammer up those joists right there?" And they're like, "Bob, we're framing like a wall, or you guys hey, see we're laying down the asphalt here, Bob. That's concrete. And Bob, that's wet, Bob." And then he's like, "There's a ton of that's like a known thing. There's like
I
a
didn't
shit
know
ton
that.
of bloopers about it and everything."
No kidding.
Yeah.
I gotta do a deep dive on that because
Yeah.
I used to watch that show every week because
Yeah.
he was based in Chicago, right?
I don't know, honestly.
I thought Bob Vila was this old house, man, every freaking week.
I didn't know he didn't know
Oh,
anything.
dude, it would be like
That ruins
everyone.
like my.
Yeah. These guys are throwing up that 2x4. That's a 2x12, Bob. Yeah, these guys, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, based in Chicago. There you go. It auto populated. Yeah.
Oh, Bob Vila is not.
Oh,
based
not.
in
Oh,
Chicago.
hi. Sorry.
However, he has taped episodes.
Oh, he
of the show.
taped episodes there, but where's he
Okay.
based? Like, where was
In
he?
1990, Vila spent time in Chicago
Chicago
filming
filming
segments for his show Home Again.
Oh, okay,
and
but that was,
in
but I
Wicker
used to
Park.
watch it when I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
So it'd be like the
It'd be the-
80s.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
It was
In
Sunday.
2016,
in
he was
90 he was in Chicago
Yeah, 90.
for
Unauthorized
Wicker Park
use of
show.
his name
Okay.
in Illinois.
in 2016. He was involved in a lawsuit regarding unauthorized use of his name in Illinois, and you just
Yeah. Item
used his
4.
name without authorization. in
Bob
Illinois.
Vila doesn't know shit. Item number 4.
Look at that. Dude, I'm telling you, spends a little time on
I
YouTube.
didn't
I'll
know
bet you
that.
if you just put it into YouTube, like Bob Vila bloopers, I guarantee you that's a whole thing.
I believe you.
I haven't
I'm gonna
looked,
have to
but
check
I
it
was
out.
I'm looking
there,
that up.
and
Yeah.
I witnessed it firsthand.
I like that.
So we talked about. Oh, go ahead. You got
I was going to
something.
say,
Yeah.
let me turn the tables on you guys.
Yeah.
What were some of the builds that surprised you guys at SEMA?
The young guys stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Because you're just not used to seeing them in such a short amount of time. Like I felt like for us anyway, it took a long time to build up to get to that level. Like you hit these milestones of like you get your fabrication to a level, and the next thing is like you start figuring out how to get some machine parts incorporated in your build, and then your budgets kind of go up. You get the right customers. And these guys, it's like, dude, you guys are, I mean, you haven't been alive long enough to kind of go up like the stair steps to get there.
No, they're
just
jumping
like
steps. They're leaping stairs.
Right off the bat.
They're
They're
like
at that level.
carbon fiber and perfect panel gaps and custom billet parts and 3D printed parts, and the stance is right and the look is right. That was probably the thing that caught my eye the most. I didn't get to see, just like you, I didn't really get to see the show. We ran through it when we were doing the award stuff to check the cars, but like I couldn't really get a vibe for what was new, what was going on. I didn't get to the new product section.
Yeah.
I never made it out of Central Hall.
Walked right past all the damn trucks.
My
I didn't see. I totally missed Toyo Tread Pass because
I missed that too.
I was going to try to see it Friday afternoon, but they started rolling it up
Yeah,
at
moving
like
stuff.
3:00 on Friday. So I totally missed that. One other build that really impressed me was Jason Engel, who also was on a Roadster Shop chassis. I can't remember the name. What he
Trick
named
Rides.
his Trick Rides. Yeah, that Mustang that he built. It was in the TMI booth.
yeah, the black one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was-
Wide body.
That was
that was wild.
That was really nicely done too. Yeah.
The we talked a little bit about it with Ryan and Hunter the other day. More so than builds, my biggest, I guess, surprise or not surprise, takeaway and surprise from SEMA as a whole was more about the aura, the attitudes, the positivity. Mm-hmm. It seemed like I've never across the board.
That's a good point.
From an old builder to a young builder to everybody, there was not that like underlying drama, animosity, or this was going on and these guys were bitching about this or this. Everybody across the board was so overwhelmingly positive.
Support.
Yeah.
It's such, and it was like everybody fed off of it, and like started Tuesday morning when it started, and then it just like it snowballs, and it kept going. Everyone like was so happy, and on the attitude side, talking about the younger guys. I mean, we've had a lot of them on the podcast. We're gonna have some more of them on. The skill level, absolutely, and these things go hand in hand, right? Because karma always works itself out. These guys have some of the best attitudes. Now, they might all be horrible people behind the scenes, right? So we're just talking about what we've interacted with them. But when they've been on the podcast, you talk about some of these guys. He built his own wedding ring, for his wife. They built his own house. Then this guy builds his own. The talent that they've got, but the humbleness is something that as long as we've been in, you always run in those guys that no faults of their own. They want it and they want it now. And when they don't get it now, then it's somebody else's fault, right? So then you get like, well, screw this guy and he's taking this. But you start getting those animosities and those clicks, and they're like, these are just like, I'm trying. I'm going to do the best I possibly can do. There's enough jobs out there for everybody. And if you like what I did, great. If not, like, I'm not trying. It's so wild to see in a good way. The attitudes are amazingly positive.
Yeah, and I'll go back to Battle of the Builders again as an example. All those guys, I think they had over 100 submissions to begin with, and everybody was kind of like rooting for each other. It was so cool to be a part of Battle of the Builders, and you're right, the attitude skews way more positive than it does negative. I didn't feel any negativity anywhere in the show. It was just everyone was so stoked to be there because it's such a cool show. And you said that it used to be a trade show. Now it's an event. It's like
event,
you can't
it's a party.
miss it. It's
everything.
the best. It's like if you weren't there, you'd feel like you missed 5 years.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's not that there's been horrible things happen in the past, but you get in the past. It seems like you've kind of gotten in your own lane and you've worried about your own stuff, and it's easy to be like, hey, that's. You just kind of start putting those, and it's obviously the world and everything that we're going through in the last. This was the best, most positive experience that I can remember at SEMA ever, and I hope that continues. That's because it's good for everybody.
Yeah, and once again, the Roadster Shop booth was like the center of the universe. It's amazing. You guys have the best booth, and you keep improving it every year. And this year was such a grand slam because you had all of those beautiful builds surrounding your booth, and to do that multi-car reveal was amazing. Very, very cool effect. Thanks, and man. All those cars were just tops.
I think that was my favorite part of the show, is just seeing like the diversity this year. Like in the past, it's just a ton of first-gen Camaros or Chevelles. There was international Scouts, Torinos, Allen's 80, 70, 81?
80.
Trans Am,
C3 Corvette.
C3 Corvettes
just man, was that cool.
All types of Aston Martin. Just all types of different stuff that kind of, I think, breathe a little bit of fresh air into the
for sure.
the industry.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, we were talking a little bit before we started how, the Father Time is undefeated. The you hardly ever see the 32s and 34s anymore. You see much fewer Tri-5s now. You're seeing all those late 80s, early 90s cars really coming into vogue as customs.
Yep.
And it's cool to see.
It is. It's cool, but everything comes back around as well, though, because for
pendulum
me,
always swings back.
For me personally, like I got that black 29 5-window coupe down there.
That's in the lobby, yeah.
Is mine. And I've just come full circle. It's what I started doing. It's what I loved back like when I was 16, 17, 18. And now like after 20 something years of building like high-end muscle cars and modified muscle cars, like to me I'm like really geeking out on really bitchin' nostalgic hot rods.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's maybe a little different case just because I do it for a living. I don't know if other enthusiasts are that way, younger guys, but it definitely seems like it could trend.
It could. Way. The younger generation might come back to those, certainly. I just see less of those builds in the industry. At the same time, so many of those have been done also.
Yep.
That it's almost hard to, do them any better than the examples we've seen.
Yeah.
I think Jeremy's right, though. The pendulum always, as far as it swings one way, and it swings back the other way. And people are on different timelines. So, depending on how far you swing one way, you're going to be swinging back this direction as somebody's still swinging that way of reaching the height of pro touring or whatever it is. But everybody does, because in a nutshell, psychologically, automotive aftermarket enthusiasts are individualistically tribal.
Yeah.
So you want to be individual, I want to be my own person, my own creativity, drive my own thing that I created with my own mind. However, as long as I can be part of the automotive tribe. Now, you got different automotive tribes. If you're a non-car guy, I don't care if you understand it because you're not a member of my tribe. But you want to be individualistic. So as soon as your individual group inside that automotive tribe starts to get a little bit bigger, you're like, oh, shit, I'm not as much individual anymore. Let me find the next thing. That's just the way it is. You bounce around to the next thing. You're trying to keep going and trying to keep going and trying to keep going. It's not that you just want something to be different, but it's psychological. It's like, man, I've done those 5 things. What's the next thing? And you're like, man, I haven't even thought about vintage hot rods in 15 years. I haven't been on, the Ham. I haven't been on Jalopy Journal. I used to know everything about what's the best flathead and what's the best this. So you start getting interested in the things again, and you start going that direction because it is different. It's new. It's exciting. It's something to learn over again.
Well, for the young guys, I guess it's hot rodding history too. Like they should know their history, and I guess every young builder should do a 32, and do a Tri-5, just to say that I've covered that genre.
Yep.
But I do see the trend as being that, like I said before we started, a 50-year-old now, whatever car he coveted in high school,
absolutely,
is the one that he's going to want to turn into a custom today.
Never fails, man.
Yeah.
Never
It's either
fails.
what your parents had or what you had growing up.
Like for me, I had a Grand National and I sold it for $5,000 more than I bought it for, and I thought I was the smartest guy in the room, but that's really literally the one that got away for me. Like I would never sell that car again because I had it. I loved that car in high school. It's my favorite car in high school. And if I still had it and it was totally stock, I would never sell that car again. Because that was the one.
But you might drive it now and be like, dude, what the fuck? Are you serious? This is.
Oh, they're terrible. They're typical GM car, and the whole interior is the same as every other GM car that was produced that time. But if I could afford it, I would love to turn that car into something like what you guys have down in the lobby. Yeah.
And that holds true across the board. That goes across every automotive genre because, imports, the Supra, the S2000. Those cars are coming and those values are skyrocketing, and it's of the same era, as Fox Body, as third gen Camaro, as that. And
Late
go
90s,
into,
early
even go into
late
exotic,
80s, early 90s.
Go into exotic cars and look at what late 90s, early 2000s. Some of the rare. It just goes all the way across the board.
Yep.
That 45 to 50-year-old.
Yeah.
Of when that
the Z cars the same way. Those are coming up and up and up and up. We see them cross the Mecum auction block all the time, and they're going for these crazy prices because there's a dude who's like, "Wow, that was my dream car."
When's the last time you seen a 300ZX twin turbo T-top car? They completely disappeared.
I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you would know it.
What is it?
300Z T-top car with a twin turbo.
It'd been like a 95,
straight
94
twin turbo
kind of
V. Oh, yeah, it is a straight. No, let's see.
Who's
Kind of
the
300.
who makes it?
Nissan.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the IROC-ish looking.
Oh, it's looks like a little
it's like there it is right there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Ooh, check out the blades on that.
When those came out, those were so futuristic.
Oh my
those were
goodness,
like the
they're so
first
cool.
car with the flushed headlamps and just that kind of real wind tunnel friendly look.
Get a side profile. I want to see those wheels.
Yeah, there it is.
And it was like the 3000
GT.
3000.
Oh, Mitsubishi. There was a Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4, which is the all-wheel drive, at one of the Cars and Coffees the other day, like Chicago Motor Cars or something brought up. It had like 1,800 original miles on it. Really? And you look at it and you're like, holy shit. And then you walk up and look at it and you're like, oh, yeah, I remember these. But those things are like, that stuff's coveted. Mitsubishi Eclipse stuff and the all-wheel drive, those things are bringing big money in that. It's all the same era.
Has a Subaru SVX caught on yet?
No, a Subaru SVX. They made 3 of those worldwide. Like that was a full-blown exotic car. Yeah, you remember the Subaru SVX?
No.
It was the half glass.
The window rolled up into the window.
Show me one of those.
Weird car. Ever tell you my 3000 GT story? Why those have such a memory with me, Josh?
Canadian geese?
Oh.
No.
I'm unfamiliar with those.
No,
1989 Subaru SVX. That is a
spaceship, basically.
Absolute spaceship. I had one buddy in middle school that his mom had one. And Like we would sit out in front and wait for him to pull up because literally it was like, but it's a Subaru. Like it's not,
There's a lot going on in that car.
maybe that explained why I coveted a Ford Probe GT so much. Look at those stuff.
Very similar.
Similar lines.
And you
What's
guys
your-
could build a chassis for that car.
We
Someone
could,
asked.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a purist. I'd keep it stock. What's your 3000 GT story?
Dude, when I was a kid, I had a girlfriend who, this is like early 90s. I mean, that car was early 90s, right?
This is on your wife's birthday. Just
That's
mind
all
you.
right.
Okay.
It's fine. And her parents were incredibly wealthy. They lived in this beautiful, like super modern, like crazy modern home. Giant circle drive
What part of town?
in Riverwoods.
Okay.
So she had two older sisters. You know, the sisters were probably like 6-7 years older, maybe a little older than that.
What was her names?
We won't go into names.
Okay,
I'm
you're
sure
gonna leave
people don't
this.
want to be named. But
She share a birthday with Michael Jordan.
yes, she does. Yeah, still to this day, I remain like friends with her. Older sisters, February looked like
birthday.
back when I was a kid. They looked like Playboy bunnies, dude. They were like
they still do.
smoking hot. I'm like unbelievably fucking gorgeous. And the dad bought a matching 3000 GTs. So there's a young Jeremy Gerber like standing there at a pool party and watching these two girls come out like they like the hair's all permed up and stuff in that era, getting into these 3000 GTs, and I'm like, dude, it's like watching a porno. It was crazy. It was so crazy.
Things went into slow motion.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, what's going on?
Moving
down
in
there?
stereo started playing.
White Umbros on?
Good thing they weren't, dude. We'd have a real fucking problem on our hands.
Oh,
But I'll never forget, like that car to this day. I can't.
Indelible memory.
Yeah, people don't forget. What pushed you into the Porsche, the air cooled stuff? Then
My dad always had 911s when I was growing up. So just always were very, warm, fuzzy feeling. So we used to shoot overhauling down in Irvine for a couple of seasons, which was a 50-mile drive from Burbank where I lived down to Irvine. And so at the time I was driving this big, heavy Dodge Magnum that Foose had put 20-inch wheels on. And it was like I felt every single bump in the road. And it was just, Magnums are rattle boxes to begin with. So I needed a little zipper car. And so I was thinking about a Z car. And I opened up the Auto Trader. Remember those?
Oh, yeah.
So I was standing in a 7-Eleven by my house, opened the Auto Trader.
I was gonna say you got to get him in white hands.
Exactly.
fingers are
I didn't-
black after reading it.
I didn't even buy the Auto Trader. I pulled out, I saw an ad for an 85 911, which is what I have. And I dialed up the number, and just so happens the guy lived in Laguna, which is next to Irvine. So I drove there during lunch the next day, and the guy answers the door, and he was selling it for his dad, who had it in Palm Desert as his like winter car. And we went back and forth, and I got it for a great price. I think I got it for like 19 grand back then, right? This is in 2005. And I saw the guy that sold it to me at SEMA like 2 or 3 years later, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, you still got that Porsche? I'm the guy that sold it to you." And he was expecting me to be like, "Oh no, I flipped it and made $5 grand," And I said, "Dude, I will never sell that car. I love that car with every ounce of my heart." And that guy who sold me the car, him. It's Reed Morales, who is now my brand manager.
Oh,
and he
wow.
also reps Christy Lee and Faye, and yeah. And so we just became friends after that. And several years later, this is probably 10, 12 years ago now, he said, I'm starting a management company. And I said, well, I brand manager that I could use you. And so we struck up a partnership back then, and we're friends, we're production partners, and he's my brand manager. And
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
always will
what
be.
other hobby can do that?
Yeah, right. I know.
I mean, what other hobby has? I mean, we've heard those stories.
Maybe golf.
Which is my other obsession.
Golf?
I don't know. I feel
You
like
think you buy a set of clubs from a guy off of fucking Facebook Marketplace,
I think you make those
and then he
connections,
turns.
probably.
He's giving me
Sitting
my
out there-
golf.
Sitting out
Yeah.
there,
He's giving me
not
my golf manager. It's not going to make any money. That's for damn
those
sure.
conversations. Those,
Okay,
Yeah.
but still, it's
not at the scale train convention like that hobby. You're not over there like making those kind of connections.
No, but
haven't-
you
you
make a
haven't met
good point,
anybody?
though. You're right. And
met
this is
people.
kind of the only hobby industry where something like that.
it could,
can
and then
happen.
the stories are wild because it could be years or decades later, and it like comes full circle. And we're like, oh my god, we know each other. Yeah, you bought that rare, Offenhauser intake off of so and so, and then it turns into it's just wild. We've heard so many of those stories on there that, and it's because of a car or a love of a car or a hunt for a car or a conversation that comes up about a car.
Right.
Heard, the stories of being on a plane, and he's like, oh, I see you're looking at so and so. Are you into cars? And then by the end of the plane, whatever, it's a business partnership, and they start a company and things.
It's the great unifier. Yeah. It really is. The love of the car is unique in the fact that the automobile is so diverse. There's so many different types of cars that people love, but one guy can love air-cooled Porsches and another guy can love Mopars, and they can relate because it's four wheels and a steering wheel, and that's really the essence of it, and that's what brings us all together. That's why SEMA is...
No, go ahead.
Okay. I was saying I didn't think Mopar guys could like anything but a Mopar.
No, it's true. I am the living, breathing example. And I guess it is because of my dad. My dad had my brothers had cool muscle cars, and that's where my love of muscle cars came from. And my dad had Porsches, and that's where my love of Porsche came from. But they speak to me equally in different ways. Obviously, I think where they cross over is style. I mean, Porsche just nailed it from the beginning with the 356 and then into the 911. They just nailed style, and there's different versions of that style. And then, of course, Mopar it's like licorice. If you like licorice, you really like licorice. If you like Mopar, you really like Mopar.
I've ever heard it said.
Chevy guys, okay, I get it. Chevy, you got a choice of 10 different brands, Mopar, you got 2.
Yeah.
And
do you like licorice?
I hate licorice.
Okay, good. I was about to say
I'm a
those
chocolate
two go
guy.
hand in hand.
I'm a chocolate guy.
Have you tried Australian licorice?
No.
Kookaburra.
It is funny though, on the back to the the car thing being that equalizer, is there's times when if you don't know somebody, say it's a social media thing, right? Or it's a celebrity, or it's somebody that you hear about something, and you see that they've got a vintage car, they're a car guy. You're interested, like, oh,
instantly cool.
They got to be cool then. Even if there's been times where it's been somebody that I've generally disagreed with on stances. They've never met the person, whatever. And like, no, that fucking dude's crazy. And then you're in the cars, you're like, well, maybe, he's probably not that bad, right? Maybe we should at least have a conversation. He can't be that fucking stupid and also be into these cars. You're like,
it's a pretty cool Camaro.
Yeah, exactly.
That stands true almost all the time, like 99% of the time. That 1%, the guy's probably driving the red Callaway C7 convertible, and I'm at dinner with him.
No.
Well, yes.
It's got to be red. It's got to be red.
Yes.
I think the perfect example of what you're talking about is Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, you look at him, you'd never imagine he was a car guy, and then you find out, oh, he's got these cool customs, and then you discover the level to which he is a car guy, and you're like, wow, that is very cool, because it's all walks of life, and then you see the builds that he has commissioned, and it's all just the highest quality stuff. Yeah, really cool stuff.
I've made it like a personal thing, even through this podcast and conversations we've had. We've talked to Rogan about it as well. I'm trying to find the common thread. There's got to be something that what makes you the type of person that is so into automobiles or vehicles or I don't care about style. I don't care about old, new, whatever. It's a form of transportation. There's sports and there's hobbies and there's crafts and there's all kinds of things that you're creating something, you're doing something, you're doing all that stuff. But cars is just it's a form of transportation, and it's art, right? But I've never been able to kind of nail, or anybody else explain of well, yeah, this type of person, from a psychological standpoint, or the way you were born, or the way you were raised, or the way this stuff, you probably would lend you to be into those types of things, a
Rorschach test to see.
Yeah, that's.
I think it's if you say it's art, it is art, but it's the most visceral art ever.
Functional.
Yeah, art. You can't. You look at a painting, it's beautiful. You can't. Doesn't make any sound. Just hangs on the wall. You can't open it. You turn it around and look behind it, and there's nothing there. There's so many facets.
Oh,
of it.
I agree.
And people could be obsessed with different areas. Right. Only like the looks, the style. Never drive it. Other guys want to drive the wheels off of it.
100%.
Other guys want to build it. So it's
talking about the driving thing. I'm going to come to that too and ask a question. It's a pertinent question to you. I get what you're saying, and that's probably why there isn't a way to quantify it. But if you talk about generally would make somebody want to join the armed forces, right? A man or woman join the armed forces or a branch of the military. It's generally a reason. It's a couple of things, right? A sense of belonging, to prove themselves they can do it, to some of these kind of things, right? It's common threads among. If you want to play team sports in high school and want to go to the next level, sometimes it's one of the common threads of stuff. I'm just saying that generally, it's all general. I've said it multiple times. This is generally speaking. That if you're into a certain types of thing, then you fall into a couple of different categories, and it makes sense of like, oh, yes, okay, you and I are both like this, which would make sense that we would do this. The cars, though, there is no common thread. Everybody can get in for a different reason. Some from very young, some from even later in life. Sometimes I was never into cars. I needed to find something. It was the next thing, and then at 40 years old, they're hooked, they're bought in, and they're a full blown car guy. It's just, again, I'm not asking for the answer. It's very interesting
it's like Discovery Zone, dude. It's fun for the whole family. It's just good.
I wasn't trying to ask for the answer. It's interesting
because of how it is.
It's unanswerable.
It
really is. It's a rhetorical question at best because you just don't know. You can't define it. It's the ultimate je ne sais quoi. I do not know. I know what it is, but I can't describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But every single one that you talk to that is an enthusiast, they can pinpoint the moment. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
They can be like,
yep,
I was this age.
Yep.
It was a Sunday. I was in the back seat and so drove by.
Yep.
Or this vehicle. Or I read this magazine and I saw that.
Yeah.
They all have like the impression.
Yep.
Like,
what's funny when you think like the people who don't, they just don't. Like,
right.
I'll drive that.
Yeah.
I'll drive that Model A around, and that thing. I mean, it's open headers with like lime fire exhaust. It sounds like a fucking top fuel car. And I'll be sitting there at the light, and that thing's just cackling and shaking. And I mean, it looks for young kids today, they don't know what the fuck it looks like. I mean, it's an antique. It's crazy looking.
It is.
And you'll pull up next to like, it could be a group of dudes in a landscape truck and they're going crazy over it. But then I'll pull up next to like two young girl, like 16-year-old girls or something in a little SUV and just don't even look over. I'm like, I know you fucking hear it. It's shaking your whole fucking car, but you would think just to like, wouldn't it, you'd be curious as to what it is like. But it doesn't resonate at all with some people.
It's just a vehicle that's there. They're driving. They're worried about them. And
I got a similar with my kids. Whenever I'm driving a hot rod, and we'll pull up next to someone, Cam will be like, "Oh, there's a guy in a Porsche. There's a guy in a Corvette." You pull up next to him, and they're just like this, looking straight ahead. I'm like, "Yeah, he's not a car guy." How do you know? Because he didn't fucking look over. I'm driving a 1,000 horsepower Chevelle.
Right.
That's badass.
Yeah.
He's driving a Corvette or a Porsche. He didn't look over. Not a car guy.
It's funny. I do this little thing on social media that I call Seen on the Street. And I see cars all the time. I do 10 Mecums a year. I go to shows like SEMA and Grand National Roadster Show. And, I'm always around unbelievably high-level cars. But if I see a beater-ass 66 Mustang parked on the side of the road, I will literally pull over, jump out of my car, take 2 pictures of it, and post it and say, "Seen on the street," because it's so cool to see them out in the wild.
Living.
And it's a piece of shit compared to what I normally see. But I'm so stoked to see it there amongst all these cars that look exactly alike. And it's just, I don't know. I think that's
cool.
what it is. It's like we notice because we're car guys. A million people a day just drive by that car and don't even see it.
That's why there's champagne Toyota Camrys.
There's one every morning on my way to the gym on a little side street, tiny little house with a little single car outbuilding, not little
carport.
Well, yeah, basically. There's a fucking 70 Duster sitting there, and it's a little.
That's a carport.
It's a little worn out. Yeah, it's a little worn out, but it's like I've
driven
for 4 years. I drive and I look at it every single day,
right?
And it just it's like I'll never not drive past there. And
But you have no idea what the front door color is, what trees or what the landscaping looks like, or anything like that. But you know exactly. The car that's sitting there.
It's that house with the Duster.
With the Duster. You talked about, you said something about, some people want to drive them, some people want to look at them. You mentioned the fact of it being art. I know you talking about the experience. You talking about the driving of it. I saw something today. I think it was from Spike's podcast podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
First, yeah.
Yeah, and they were talking about I think it was Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, I saw that too. He was talking about his car collection, and
he doesn't
they said,
drive
how many cars do you have in your collection? And he's like, he doesn't even know.
Right.
Like a real car guy knows exactly how many cars he has in his collection. He could name every single one of them, what's in them, how many miles, when's the last time he drove them.
100%.
Yeah.
But my so that
he said, to his credit, Cristiano said it's just like collecting art. So for him, he might as well be collecting paintings or sculptures or whatever. For him, it's just cars.
So is he wrong?
He's not wrong, but he's not a car guy.
I think
he's also an art collector.
When you look at that scale of net worth to him, and that dude,
he's got enough money to be right.
I understand, but
you get to a point
he can do whatever he wants.
You sort of just got to get rid of it.
I'm not talking.
But he's not going to have an enthusiastic conversation about one of his cars in his collection. He's just going to be going, "Yeah, I have a Murcielago that's gold plated."
Yeah.
But it's for one of us, we'd be
probably
like
a gold Lamborghini, doesn't even know the model.
Yeah, exactly.
I was not, the specific case of just him and his collection. It was more of a jumping off of, there is a lot of collectors out there that would consider themselves car guys, and they know the details, and they know the facts, and they know the history. And however, their enjoyment comes from knowing those facts and looking at them and seeing them and not driving them. And those guys get a lot of shit because they don't drive them. And if they're getting the same enjoyment that we do out of driving it, I have a hard time saying that they're doing it wrong.
I'll give you a perfect example. Mecum in Kissimmee in January has a collection of Ferraris going across. 46 Ferraris, 2 Alfa Romeos that were owned by this guy, Phil Bachman.
That's the yellow
collection? The yellow collection. He was proud of the fact, there it is right there. He was proud of the fact that his cars were so low mileage. And his friends would all be like, Phil, put some miles on these cars, man. Enjoy them. He's like, hey, I'm going to enjoy my cars how I want to enjoy them. And so he really is the perfect example of a real car guy who enjoys the cars the way he wants to enjoy them. He's the kind of guy who could tell you every single spec about every single one of those cars. He still has the very first Ferrari that he bought.
Damn.
He got 2 F50s.
Woo.
Two F40s because he got one from the factory and one from the dealership. He wasn't sure the factory was going to be able to get him one. He got on the list, but he wasn't sure he could get one. So he went to the dealership. They both came back and said, yeah, we got you one. He goes, I want them both.
We had a similar problem, but neither delivered.
Couldn't get it. But Bachman is a perfect example of what you're talking about.
I see a lot of that, the negativity side of like, oh, if you're not putting miles on them and you're doing this, you're not a car guy and you're doing it wrong, right? We see the same thing in whiskey all the time. Oh, you're putting it on ice, you're doing it wrong. Or you don't like this
or
proof.
You're not drinking it, you just have it up there on display.
It's like,
enjoy it however the hell you want.
Exactly.
We went to that Scott's buddy, where were we in Nebraska? Was it we swung by his place, the transmission guy. Just most unsuspecting collection you'd
love that collection.
He bought
this
is one of our customers, the guy who owns the Grand National. We went to the Wheel Hub event, and
you can turn that off now. By the way,
we're racking up views.
We're racking up views.
Yeah, right, exactly. We go to that Wheel Hub event, and then we left a little early, and our customer is like, "Oh, bro, I got a friend who's got a car collection. Let's go check it out." So we're like, "Okay." Well, his friend with the car collection bought like an old department store.
Huge, like a Kmart or Kohl's.
150,000 square feet, I'm guessing, something like that. And it is immaculate, flawlessly restored muscle cars displayed just beautifully.
Yeah.
And I mean, you name it. Every badass Hemi, Cudas, like big
Superbirds,
big Mopar guy.
And then one of every color in 70.
Wow.
And then one of every color in like crazy stuff.
And like, dude, they're not getting driven.
No.
Right. But he's a fucking car guy. He enjoys the shit out of them, I'll bet. But it's that enjoyment. I mean, he's got a bar sitting right in the middle of the thing, and that's probably the enjoyment.
I mean, you remember we were all kids, right? And follow with me, right? It's similar but different. I get it. But being kids with
off Mike O'Brien on this one
with Hot Wheels cars, right? And there was kids that would come over and they would want to run them on the track and bash them into each other, right? And then I'm like, we can take them out of the package and look at them, but like let's not like bash them into each other, right? Like I like looking at them. I like looking at the details, and I like keeping them nice.
I use my dad's side cutters, and I cut all the fucking roofs on. I modified them all of them.
Customizing is, but just using it to like play with and like be destructive. You're still into cars, but it's kind of the same thing. Like it's if you're enjoying it, you're enjoying it. Why? Who's to say that you're doing it wrong?
The barometer is a car guy or not a car guy.
Right.
A car guy can have cars and drive them or not drive them or have one car. You're a car guy because you're passionate about automobiles. You can have this unbelievable collection and just be like, about it, not really know about it. You're collecting for the sake of collecting. You're not collecting based on passion.
Right. Well, that's the same.
That's the difference.
It's the same exact mentality. And while we're on this subject, talking about it's a car guy's a car guy, passionate. He's getting his enjoyment the way he wants to get his enjoyment. Same shit can be said for all the built, not bought bullshit. Right? You're gonna tell somebody that they're not a car guy because they got enough money to have somebody build them a car.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not as much of a car guy as me because I would build it myself.
By the way, that's pretty fucking frugal because to buy something is a lot more economic than building something.
Yeah.
We all know that rule.
I hate seeing that shit. I can't stand to see that.
I can't stand it. I mean, I get some people
Can't stand being criticized for buying instead of building.
Right. Yeah, I hate the. I hate
you're like, dude, like, okay, this guy's got 6 cars. That's 60 years it would take to build those all himself. Like, and he's enjoying the shit out of them. I'll never. I mean, I can see why they say it. I'll never agree with that. Like,
no.
And we make our living doing that. We make our living building cars for customers to enjoy them. If everybody
must be nice guy.
it is
Exactly. I was about to say that. Yeah. It's the
Well,
exact
and that's a
same
certain
guy.
genre of the passion also. There's guys out there who just enjoy the process of seeing these cars being created and kind of being the general contractor of these cars. Maybe they're, dabbling in it themselves as well. But to be a high net worth individual and to be able to build a car like what you guys build is a section of the passion in and of itself. There's other guys who just go, I want it immediately, and this is what I like, and I see it's got everything that I'm into, and I want to have that car immediately, whether he wants to drive it or put it away, whatever. But it's all based on that passion for the automobile.
Right. Yeah, just do it.
What would go? This is something I don't think we've ever discussed, but let's say that unlimited budget. What goes in the Henning car collection? What's the first purchase?
H2.
Unlimited budget.
Unlimited budget.
Yellow H2.
Yeah, and you got, but you've already got the H2, and you already put the chrome rims and all the little accessories.
So that's my daily.
Yeah, you've got it. You got the
Train
chrome,
horn.
the chrome handles, the train. Yeah.
At this point, don't you think if I had unlimited budget, I'd already go up and move to the EV Hummer? Why would I still be riding around in the fucking H2?
What's this? The
Alpha.
first-
I'm getting
what's the showcase of the collection?
that's an H1 Alpha for sure. If I'm going a Hummer,
With a machine gun.
I still have the itch to be scratched. Is I want a Ripper Rambo Lambo. I want the LP 2000 or whatever the thing is.
That's gonna be the first car you go out and buy.
That's the first one.
Car.
Probably
Truck. Yeah, truck. Killing machine.
in between.
Alpha mobile.
car wise,
And then you're taking it just straight to the nearest
Dealership.
Lambo dealership to make it work. Like, are you? That's one that you won't drive.
I don't want it stock. I want that
mod it
built.
out?
I want that built. I want that. I think that build would be
Yes,
really,
the build
really
would be cool.
I don't want to stock
Talk
one.
to Bobby about that. Bobby wants to do one. He's into him. He's a Lambo guy.
That's the next Aston Martin. That's the next groundbreaking. Holy
You
shit!
think that's a game changer?
That's 100% a game
50
changer.
cal mounted on.
No,
that
not.
kind of-
It's not. You're not building it like Rambo would have it. You just use that name to describe the vehicle.
It's not the Bert. It's not the Bert Reynolds Lambo. It's you're saying it's the Rambo Lambo.
Yes, you got.
Yeah, I got it.
With a
You got me.
Lamborghini.
because he owned one. That's why they called it that.
Okay.
Stallone had one.
Of course he did.
The first thing, I'd probably have to have a pretty ripper split bumper Camaro, like
Really?
yeah,
70.
Trans 70, but
Love the
something with some history.
Okay. Like a Baldwin Motion or like a drag car. Old drag.
No, like a Trans Am car, like yeah, something race car.
Cool.
I love the second gen Camaros.
Me too. I always say it. 70
it's-
pinnacle year.
Ferrari, GM. I mean, it's
almost every manufacturer you can point towards the 70 to say that this is their absolute pinnacle.
Yeah.
I mean, I say it all the time on Mecum. I'm a 70 model, so I'm partial. But I love 70 Mopars. I love 70 GMs. They're just, the 70 GTO is unbelievable.
The 70 Mopars are split though, 69 and because the big bodied ones, like the Roadrunner, I think they lost it a little bit in 70. I think it trended.
In 70 body style is 1 year only, and then it changed again in 71.
But 70 CUDA
70 is the first year for the really awesome e-bodies, the Challengers and the CUDAs. But I like the Roadrunner from the 70, all squared off and stuff.
Like it, but I like the 69 better.
The 68, 69s are the class. Those are the ones everyone goes for. Yep. I kind of like the 70s and the Roadrunner GTX just because they're less popular, maybe is why I like them more. But certainly a 70 Camaro. I just love that body style change. That's what I love about the manufacturers back in the 60s too, the 60s and the 70s. Like you look at the Corvette, it changed subtly every single year of its existence from 1953 all the way through the C2s through 67. There was distinct. If you know what you're looking for, you can easily tell the difference between a 63 and a 67. If you know the body cues. And same thing with the Mopars. They would change them every single year. There were little touches. They never rested on their laurels and said, we're just going to put the same car out again.
Right.
And that meant back in those days changing everything. You had to change all the stamping for the sheet metal and everything. And
still don't know how they all stay in business doing that.
I know, right? Exactly.
I'd have to buy the green 69 Camaro, George's old car. I'd have to have that. Okay. And I'd have to have the 57 Post from Bob Johnson.
57 Post, a good looking car.
I did. I got to have a 56 Chevy 2-door Post, the black that I want to do. It's got to be the.
You also got to have one of those good guys visors with the hair sticking out. If this is going to be your car collection, dude.
Those individual cars. I'm not talking about 57 Ford. I'm talking about
you shop in the merch department at car shows, don't you? You get the Hawaiian shirt with the Bel Airs all over.
There's a very particular.
He's got the Auto Trader.
There's a very particular
subscription. It's the only active subscription to Auto Trader.
That fucker's 4 pages thick nowadays.
I had to go get it at the P.O. box so they don't fold it. So it says straight. There's a very specific 56 Post that I want. For very specific build. A couple have been built that have come close, but yeah, I want a sleeper, down in the nose. But with what the Tri-5 Chevys, they could be the perfect size vehicle for a build the way you would want to do a build for a usable vehicle, because they got all the hoodroom to do anything you want to do.
Yeah, and you can get them sacrifice the back seat to do whatever you want to do in the back. Yeah,
100%. But even like seating position, you got all
502 in there.
You've got all the room. You know what I'm talking about. It's a great size car to build to do. You could have 1,200 horsepower in that and make a road tour car with power windows and have cold air, and it sit like it's not been touched for 40 fucking years.
And go around corners.
You could do all those things with that car. You don't have any constraints in like inner fenders. You don't have any constraints under the hood. You don't have any constraints from oil pan to the top of the fucking blower.
Aerodynamics.
You just overcome it with another couple hundred. A couple hundred horsepower will take care of that. But it really is I like the 67 Chevelle as well. But those have more challenges to do a lot of things that you would want to do. Not that can't be overcome, but I think a 56 that looks like it doesn't do much but does a lot would be on my list.
See the one that Mark Warwick had at
yes, I did.
Black one with the blue interior.
Yes, I did. He always he's got good shit.
He's got neon signs too.
Do you know Mark Warwick?
No.
From Amarillo?
No.
He's a cool dude, but he's a guy that just
got good
stuff. Everything he has is fucking cool.
Yeah.
He's known for the you've been to Corky Coker's place, right?
I have not been to Corky's place.
Really?
No, I know. And he was on SEMA Live this past, earlier this month.
So you've seen pictures of his with all the motorcycles?
So I've seen pictures.
You've seen the
way
Indian
it's displayed
later,
up on the wall. Yeah.
You've seen the big Indian neon.
Yes.
So that was a 2-sided sign. So Corky Coker has one, Mark Warwick and Amarillo has the other side.
Got it.
And it's in his place.
That's cool.
But it's Amarillo. It's dry, middle of nowhere. He's got all these buildings. He's got body shops and stuff like that. But you go out like in the boneyard, like of stuff of projects, and it's like 7 fucking badass trucks that all could be great. And then you see like these like carnival rides that he's bought like from a traveling carny place, and all these old. You're like, that's fucking cool. That rocket ship would be great hanging on the wall, and just everything that he has a reason and a place. You're like, oh, I could see why you would buy that. I wouldn't have ever bought it, but now that I see you have it, it's fucking cool.
I've tried to buy many of things that I couldn't because Mark had bought them before.
Oh yeah,
you go to any swap meet in Texas and you're looking like, oh, that's a badass gas
sold.
station sign or something. And you walk up, how much is that? Oh, that's sold. Mark just bought it. 25 times it's happened to us at Good Guys Texas. Like, oh, dude, that gas pump's sick. Sold sign on it. Mark will walk by. Yeah, just bought that.
Yeah, he buys cool. Yeah,
that little section of the industry is unbelievable because before the cars go, Mecum always sells what they call road art. The prices are unbelievable. These guys are as into these neons and pumps as they are cars. You know, to build out their man caves. Yeah. I've seen
talk about Mecum some. You've been doing a lot with Mecum.
Yeah,
we have never. We know through channels Dana. Mm-hmm. He's actually got a chassis for his truck, but have never spoke to him, never broke bread. Don't know the man.
Yeah, he's local. Really see
Lake Geneva, right?
Lake Geneva. Yeah. Let me tell you a story about Lake Geneva one time. My brother-in-law and I were up. This was during COVID, so 2020. We drove up to Lake Geneva and we're walking around the lake. And in between the lake and the houses, there's this path that you walk along. There's all these boathouses. Yeah. And we come to this one boathouse. And in the boathouse is all this automobilia and boatmobilia. And I'm like, oh, this guy's got to be a car guy. We're looking in there and he's got, valve covers and miniatures and everything. And I Google this house and somehow I found it and it's Dana's house.
Yeah.
And it is spectacular.
Yeah, I've seen the house.
Yeah, so it's big green kind of Cape Cod-ish style house. And he's got this pool house, and I guess underneath the pool is his car collection in there.
So there's a video, I think. Somebody did a video tour of it on YouTube somewhere.
A family friend was there for some event and sent me some pictures of the garage was like subterranean.
Right.
It's cool.
So I emailed him because I had his email. This is before I started working. This was in between my working for Barrett and now working for Mecum. And I emailed him like, Dana, I can't believe it. I'm outside your house. Like, anytime you want to come up and, I'll check it out.
I'm in your pool, dude.
Yeah, right. Like right now? Like I can jump in the pool? He is so down to earth.
Really?
And salt of the earth. And he is a pure car guy. Like he knows he's got such a depth of knowledge and an unbelievable car collection. And he has just managed to find a niche in the industry and just crushed it. I mean, those guys crush. And again, I did Barrett for 6 years. I was in that world. I've been in the Mecum world now for the last 4 years, about to go into my 5th starting in January. And I can tell you that I so much more enjoy Mecum, not only because there's more of them, but their clientele are more real car guys.
Okay.
It's not so much like a show like Barrett Jackson was. Barrett Jackson was a blast, especially Scottsdale. I loved my Barrett Jackson experience. But Mecum, I feel so much more like a car guy at Mecum. And I love the community. I love their clientele. And the focus is on the cars. And you really feel that at the Mecums.
He's been doing amazing. I'm sure him and his staff and all that. When you think that, like, well, there's nothing left to sell, the new, rare connection or collection, and this thing's going, and then this, like,
Kissimmee in January is going to be
Seinfeld's car.
That was unbelievable. The 917 was an unbelievable experience.
He lands heavy hitters.
Yeah. The heaviest. I mean, we just saw that little clip of the Bachmann collection. I mean, that's an unbelievable collection. And that's one of probably 5 or 6 off the charts collections that are going. The Bianco Especiale, the only white factory 250 GTO is going at Mecum Kissimmee. That thing is going to be just,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what that's going to be.
What did the 917 go up to? I know it did sell after.
26 mil it bid to.
Jesus.
And then it sold. Jerry sold it afterwards. I mean, it was the way the whole thing came to be and was executed was kind of genius, between Jerry and Dana.
The podcast I watched of Jerry, them trying to get all the details. Spikes. Yeah.
I watched that too.
Jerry giving what he was going to give.
Right.
They did it so well.
It was,
where you're like, you didn't tell me what happened, but I know what happened.
Yeah.
But this
and just the provenance of that particular 917 and just the 917 program. I mean, once that car hit, there was, they just blew the competition out of the water from 1970 on. If Porsche had stayed in Le Mans, they would have won it every single year. And now I think they're coming back.
V8s or V12s?
That was a V12. It was two V6s mated together. Yeah. Oh, sorry, not V12s. Flat 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was two flat 6s mated together. And just an unbelievable car to be in the presence of and hear it start up and roll by me. And of course, I had a front row seat. I was literally 2 inches away from the car as it's rolling across the block, and the place was just full focus on that car. It was amazing.
I wonder what compels him to sell that particular car.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Jerry's the kind of guy.
He talked a little bit about that. It was just the hunt, then the acquisition, and then the ownership.
Yeah.
And then the next phase.
Stale.
Yeah, the next phase was the thing. And it was, there was some
26 mil certainly opens up the car buying budget for some.
Sure, man.
But the thing is, if you
toys.
follow, Seinfeld's really, really cool and has changed a lot. He went through a phase where he's already dumped. He dumped 90% of his collection in less than a year, about 6, 7, 8 years ago. It was just about a refresh of I've done this, now let me free up these, and then you acquire the next step, and then he's kind of doing that same, not a lot of cars, but you just rotate through. Have you been to Bruce Meyer's place?
His one downtown?
Yeah.
No, I have not. He's invited me there, and I've been trying to get down there because I want to see that Cobra in person.
You need to go.
Yeah,
I
just have not had the opportunity.
We're planning some remotes right around Grand National. And we might do.
You gonna do one from there?
We might do that. We've already done it once. We're gonna probably do it again. We've done one from his place downtown. Yeah. And
by the way, you want to talk about car guys? I mean, we just mentioned two of the most famous and most dedicated. Between Jerry Seinfeld and Bruce Meyer. I mean, Bruce Meyer to me. Talk about down to earth and humble and approachable. Oh, yeah. And every time I see him, he's so warm and gives me a hug, and just I feel so connected to the car world through him. And he is a legend, just a legend. It's 200-mile-an-hour club, and he's the best.
We've got to do. There's so many more stories that he didn't get to tell, and now I think he's understands kind of what we're doing. We're gonna do it again there.
He's gonna let us back.
Yeah, I think so.
We had a good time. That was fun.
Yeah, we'll let. If that happens, we'll let you know.
Oh, man, I would love to come down and crash that.
I was going to say
amazing.
Unlimited budget. That would be my second choice. Would be anything in Bruce Meyer's collection.
Just anything. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's got the most just sexiest, best looking, tasteful collection of cars.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a GT40, a real GT40.
Yeah,
it's the only thing he's missed. He's probably had.
There's not. He told you why.
Why? He says everything's got to have a story.
He's
got
the
to be
one
super rare.
It's got to be the rarest. It's got to be beautiful.
It's a beautiful car.
I understand, but if maybe you can't get the rarest and the one he wants.
So you want to hear a good rare story that just blew my mind? It's a memory that I will never ever forget. You guys know who Rob Kauffman is, right? It's Rob Kauffman. He owns RK Motorsports in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Another unbelievable real deal car guy, drives his stuff. He owns the 1966 GT40 Le Mans winner.
No shit.
Yeah, McLaren, and
that's why Bruce doesn't have one. because that's
Yeah, but
the one he would
that's
want.
the one he should have.
Well, yeah.
Chris Ames and Bruce
That's
McLaren.
probably because
you know,
Canepa doesn't have one.
the famous story. You know, Miles was told to lay back, and they won because of the starting position, all that shit. He owns that car, fully restored. They had the Le Mans display at Pebble Beach, I think 3 years ago. So I kind of know Rob, and so he was standing next to his car, and I'm like, yeah, Rob, can you look? He's like, yeah, get in, you know.
Whoa.
So he lets me sit in the car, and then he's like, you know what? Let's start it. So he starts the car.
Hell yeah, I was just in Dana Meekum's pool. This is fucking awesome.
This is nothing, bro. that like
Lawn job.
And by the way,
Holy shit.
Ford versus Ferrari, very popular movie, right? That's a dramatization of what the actual story was. They took a lot of creative liberties. If you want to see the real story, watch Adam Carolla's 24-Hour War. That's the real story with archival footage. Unbelievable movie. I am so into 1966 Le Mans, that race, and the subsequent 3 races that they won 4 in a row. Last time Ferrari won was 65 until they won again recently. But that story of 1966 and that car in particular, the number 2 black car, Rob's got it restored to race quality. I sat in it. He started it up right after I sat in it. And that, like, to me, that's one of those cars where it's like you feel the history.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit, I'm holding the steering wheel that, Bruce McLaren was holding when he won this race. And it's like stuff like that. I just geek out about so hard, those cars that are
because it's
the car, and that's like Seinfeld's 917 was like that.
You own that car, you drive it.
What's it? Oh, 100% you drive that
I
car.
would.
I mean, that's car you drive.
Why not?
It's a fucking Ford. What's
not?
a
Race
black
car.
Ford in it, or what's it?
I understand.
You can buy engine parts at Napa for that thing.
I'm not.
It's cool as shit, but I'm driving the wheels off that car.
I would drive
it,
it, but that's
You'd loop it out.
Yeah,
No,
that's too
it's
much car. It's too much car for you, dude. That's a.
I understand your apprehension. That
I've
makes
got a
sense.
similar. I got to sit. My favorite hot rod of
same. Oh, that's
pretty
big.
close. It's
That's
pretty
cool
close.
fish.
Pretty
Oh,
close.
you've caught a bass before?
Pretty
I
close.
caught one that was this big.
Favorite hot rod of all time, Pearson Brothers coupe. And we were at Bruce Meyer's, and he's got the Pearson Brothers coupe. So he's like, dude, jump in it. And I'm like, normally I would be like, no. I'm in there just like touching things. And
Right.
Like, it's so bitching. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't get to start it.
He's got.
He's got a Yellowbird,
Yep.
which is
got-
pinnacle in the Porsche community, pretty much.
The things, like, it's sensory overload when you're in there, right? And he's super nice. And there's, again, because the only reason he has it is there's got to be a reason, right? So there's a story to everything. It's not just like, oh yeah, I've always wanted a red C6 Corvette. There's a story about every single one of them, and then you have to listen to the podcast because he did a really, really good job. But the Mercedes that was in there, that was Cary
Grant.
Yes, Cary Grant. Sorry.
Yep. He's got his. Is it a Gullwing?
No,
No,
it's the
Ralph Lauren's Gullwing.
it's Ralph.
Oh, he's got Ralph Lauren's Gullwing.
Yes.
It's Ralph Lauren, by the way.
Ralph
I
Lauren.
was schooled on this one time. It's
Ralph
not
Lauren.
Lauren. It's Lauren.
Sounds fancier. Make it
Exactly.
No,
when you
it's-
say Lauren, it doesn't sound fancy.
American.
It's like a late 40s, early 50s, like mauve pink.
It's not a beautiful car.
Mercedes convertible,
I'd
and it's
take
just
that
it
one out
seems
of bed.
very out of place, right?
But
With
it was
everything.
Ralph Lauren's. That's why.
No, it was Cary Grant's.
Oh, it was Cary Grant's. Got it.
And you're like, you start talking or whatever, and he's telling us, he's like, hey, it's got to have the provenance, and it's got to be beautiful, right? Start asking him, and so we're like, so tell us the story. He's like, oh, you're
Clark Gable.
right, is it?
Yes. It was Clark
Clark
Gable's-
Gable.
Yeah.
All right, you're
That's-
right.
yeah.
You're right. I apologize.
One of those old school movie actors.
Yeah, another.
But it was like a
Him or Bert Reynolds. same era.
15. It was like a 15-year chase
yeah.
To get
to
this
get the
particular
car, right? And it was the story was basically to be able to get it wasn't so much about the beauty of the car,
Yeah.
but talking about, and it is. I mean, it is a good-looking car. It just doesn't fit with the rest of the stuff, but it is. I mean, then he tells the stories of like what he used to do in that car and where that went around with Hollywood and stuff.
Yeah.
That dude knows everything.
Oh, he's
about.
I mean, I would put him above almost everybody in the car world as far as like the knowledge, the collection, the
Such an
experience.
awesome guy.
Because
you know
he's a
where his place
driver.
is, like where the car collection is.
It's downtown, right? It's downtown LA somewhere.
We're not going to
I
tell.
thought it was downtown
No, we're not going to
LA.
talk about the actual location because we were told not to. But if we'll talk
Because
off.
he lives in Beverly Hills.
Yes.
And he's got a bunch of cars at his house.
Yes.
But he also has a
If you
has
know
a
Beverly Hills
shop.
real estate, like to have
Yeah.
a bunch of cars at your house in Beverly
Yes.
Hills is.
Well, have you guys seen the way his garage operates? Like
Yes.
you open his garage door and it goes back like 100 feet. It's crazy.
seen that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is Beverly Hills real estate like booming right now? Is it pretty
Size of
Slightly-
it's size of homes and like to be able to have the real estate to have that many cars.
more
is-
than one car? It's probably
yes.
Yeah.
But no, it's he walks from his house to the shop.
Okay. Well, and the shop is we'll talk about
Yes,
this
yes.
outside the podcast. But I thought it was downtown. But I want to go.
Yes.
Wherever it is, wherever you guys
Yeah.
are going to be in January,
When
please invite me.
when you're parking
And I pray it's not.
and you're
during
looking
Mecum
at
Kissimmee.
you're looking at a sign, and then
It's a
you're looking
street
at
sign?
another sign,
Yeah.
and you're like, so that's where we're going.
Okay.
It's wild,
All right.
super fucking cool, and he's awesome.
Covet. Yeah.
All right, so Grand National, you're gonna be in Cali for Grand National, right?
Yes. I'm Mecum Kissimmee is like I'm there for 10 days, like from like the 8th to the 18th, something like that, and then Grand National is like the next week.
Okay,
So I'm always in town for Grand National.
we're either gonna do it. I think we're gonna do it right after Grand National. We've got a couple of different remotes that we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
We're trying to work.
it out. We have a booth at Barrett, and then it's the following weekend, so it takes us out of the shop for a long time. So we're kind of
Trying to juggle
trying to
it.
work it all.
Where do
out.
you guys stay when you're in California?
Hacienda Courts.
The last time we went, we didn't make any hotel reservations because that's kind of how we roll sometimes. And there happened to be some sort of like
That's why Josh's beard and hair is.
there was some sort of like
stress level.
You remember that? There's some sort of medical convention.
Oh, that was when we were going to San Diego.
Right, we get in
We
late.
could not.
and where
There
did we
was no
stay?
hotel.
We went to 40 hotels, and they're like,
I'm not a horrible clean freak. I slept in all my fucking clothes.
So I finally
This
Googled
is
something, and
fucking
I get a hold of
absolute-
and they're like,
a
yeah,
wild
they're like,
orchid
we've
or
got
purple
It
orchid.
was
Was that what it was?
Do not run a black light in this hotel room.
But they had that just so happened to have 3 rooms, and they're reasonably priced too. And we go in, and
Well, you were renting them by the hour.
Yeah.
Right.
it,
Did the sign say free HBO?
no, but it was one where they gave you the remote when you check in.
My door, like
the
the
batteries.
doorknob, the doorknob had no latch, right? So it didn't latch.
I
So
put
you
my
had to
chair-
push it and put the little hook and the loop thing on the top of it,
I
like you were
slept
in
like a fucking baby.
like you were at a
So
like
classy.
at a beach shower.
Honestly,
Just like
Luckily, I had flip flops. I showered in those.
not the worst place I've ever stayed in.
we generally stay for historically. We've always
in
stayed
Blythe.
next to the piano bar in downtown Pomona.
Nice.
Where's that at? What's the name of that town?
Yep.
Pomona is
It's
where
got
the
a
Grand
name.
National
No,
Pleasant?
it's got another name.
Riverside.
No, it's like an old town, and they got like one little street. They've got a bunch of cool restaurants and stuff like that on it. It starts with the R, I thought.
Rizzuto.
There's a piano bar next to like a courtyard, like a big courtyard Marriott.
I don't know. I drive in from
Yeah.
where I live.
It's a cool little town. Whatever the
San
name
Ramon.
of it.
San Ramon is right there.
I know, but it's not that. You know the town I'm talking about. We always talk about we're going to go to whatever. There's the barbecue place on the corner, and then we go walk through the street.
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
Parking. I don't know. Anyway, the piano bar is really cool.
Okay.
It's a well known area if we could think of the fucking city. But hey, no big deal.
Let's get our crack research team on that.
Yeah,
For sure.
Have them get back to us.
Where should we stay at?
That's what I was asking you guys. Like, where do you stay in Pomona, or do you stay like in
stay
LA and drive in Pomona? 'Cause
We'll
I
hang
don't-
at the host for a while, but we don't ever stay there usually.
I don't really know a lot of Pomona
Hot
hotels.
spots.
Where are you at?
I live in Burbank.
Okay.
So yeah, probably like it takes me like 40 minutes to get to Pomona. But I love that show. Absolutely love Grand National Roadster Show.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
Go visit Bill and Ted in San Dimas.
How was it getting acclimated from Glencoe to Burbank?
Well, I mean, I've been in California for the majority of my life. When I went out for college in '88 and stayed out there ever since. So The acclimation process was long, but very easy. I mean, growing up as a kid, I knew I wanted to go to California. I felt it. Like my parents took me on a vacation out there when I was like 12, and I was like, oh wow, it's 70 in February and the air smells like flowers. This is where I want to live. Yeah. That's not the case of all of LA, but I live in a very nice little pocket, and so I try not to leave my neighborhood when I'm home because I enjoy it so much. Because LA is it's very diverse, and there's lots of interesting and dangerous places in LA. So I try not to leave my little pocket of serenity. But I really enjoy living in California because of the so many things to do and kind of close to a lot of different things. You can have Arizona and Utah and Vegas and San Diego and Mexico and San Francisco, and Hawaii's really close compared to Chicago. Yeah. So I love living in California. It's definitely got tons of drawbacks, like the smog laws. But I mean, like we said before, you pay the weather tax. Yeah.
Going back to purchasing your Porsche, how fucked up are people in California that they need a winter home that's warmer than
well,
his winter home was in Palm Desert.
Palm Desert. Have you been to Palm Desert?
I have.
Okay, so awesome. I mean, Palm Desert is amazing, especially if you're a golfer or just like, I
went to the Thermal Club.
Leisure. Oh yeah, Thermal. There you go. Insane. Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. Palm Desert, to me, my family's had a house there for forever. I mean, since I was a teenager, like a young teenager. So it's got a special place in my heart. I love Palm Desert. I love going out there. You just feel serene. So I don't think it's fucked up because, LA's a rat race and Palm Desert's like, chill, like so chill.
Yeah, but you refer to it as like a winter spot.
Just call it a vacation.
Well, winter
everybody
spot
else
for
just
people
turns
who are
the heat up 5 degrees.
People from Chicago have a winter spot in Palm Desert. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the New Yorkers go to Florida. Everyone kind of Chicago and West goes to Palm Springs and Palm Desert.
The city we stay in is Claremont.
Claremont. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a silent R at the beginning of
it. It is. I agree. I messed it up.
Starts with an R, but you put the R in the middle of the word.
As long as you've been in Cali, though, you can't get rid of the Midwest or the North Shore vibe, because there's something about you that I'm like, you feel like a dude who I like maybe went to high school with. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like,
close.
You just like click. It's like the fucking Midwest, and especially the North Shore. Like,
you don't ever lose the Midwest, though, do you?
No, I will always be a Chicagoan.
People always, I mean, everybody you always hear, like, you just don't lose the Midwest.
I have the pride. I mean, I got tattoos. I got the Chicago flag star right there. I got Chicago right here. I love Chicago. I love being from Chicago. I love coming back to Chicago. It feels like home to me. And I mean, it's a mentality, and it's, I love the sports teams. I love downtown. It's just like when I'm flying into Chicago and I land at O'Hare and I'm walking through O'Hare, I'm like, I'm home. I'm home. Yeah. Even though I don't live here, I'm home.
And the fact that O'Hare hasn't changed since 1970.
Yeah, that too. That too.
It's a tough city to beat, man. I mean, I was out there last weekend. We go out, we're like foodies, me and my wife, so we go downtown a lot. We're going out again tomorrow with you fuckers, but that city, it just can't be beat.
No, like, it's the best.
There's some ugly stuff that goes on there, but it's the best fucking city in the country.
Absolutely. I don't understand why everybody complains about O'Hare, because the amount of airports that we've flown into, O'Hare is easy. It is so fucking easy. Yeah. Easy.
When you get wired, I mean, shit, I travel probably half the year. I mean, I take at least 100 flights a year.
Yeah.
And so I'm all over the place as far as airports go.
You're going to probably spend some time taxiing at O'Hare. But it's
not as much as Dallas, but you do spend a lot of time taxiing.
Dallas airports suck. Atlanta's the worst. I hate Atlanta Airport. I hate Atlanta Hartsfield with a passion. I will
never have to go there. That's
everything that I possibly can do to not go.
Miami's hands down the worst. Have you flown into Miami lately?
I try not to. I try to go to Fort Lauderdale.
It's 3,000 miles long. Cool. Like, you have walked halfway back to Chicago by the time you get to your gate.
Yeah.
It's big. I flew out of Miami when we came back from last year. It's big, but there was no major Like Atlanta just sucks. Like there's nothing you can do to get away from them.
And Atlanta feels like it's constantly under construction too.
Yeah,
Even though it's not, it still feels like it's under construction.
And there's always a
feels
problem.
temporary.
There's always a problem.
Yeah.
Atlanta's just filled with problems. Before we get to standard questions, I wanted to ask you posted a couple of pictures on Instagram on your fitness. You've got what's the 250? You're hitting 250 workouts.
That's my goal for the year is 250. I did 240 last year. That's 20 a month, and so I upped it by 10. So I'm trying to hit 250 this year.
So you're taking weekends off?
It doesn't matter. I try to get either 5 or 6 in a week.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter what days off I take. Sometimes, like at SEMA, I had to take 3 days off in a row. So you got to catch up and do like 6 or 7 in a row.
Were you at the gym Friday morning after our party?
No, I was not.
Neither were we.
I went twice when I was in Vegas. And by the way, what surprised me most, I was staying at the Fontainebleau, and I got there on the first day I went to the gym. I got there at 5:45 thinking, I'll just be the only one there. There was at least 300 people in the gym at 5:45 in the morning. It was fucking crazy, man. What is it about Vegas? People love to work out.
It's a zoo there.
They love going to the gym.
Our wives came to the party this year, and so we thought like, oh, no problem. The party rolls out. With this one, we went to 1:30, 1:40. You're like, oh, not a problem. The party's gonna be over. Generally, you're like more like responsible when the wives are there. Turns out not, because then they were the ones who are like, we're going out. So
after the party,
we laid down to go to sleep at 6:45 the next morning.
See, I was smart. I left when the awards started. I left because I knew that it was going to be a big rush, and I would be fucking zoo getting out of there, and I had to be up at 6 to be ready to go at
good job.
8 o'clock.
Smart.
I left, and it was the smartest thing I did. So I can't even fucking imagine.
Well, we were throwing this big SEMA party, and we made the intelligent decision, like you said, as you get older, it's noticeably more difficult to recover.
Oh yeah.
So we made the intelligent decision that the night before, you know what the best thing to do is? Go get a bunch of tables at a fucking bar.
Practice
with all your customers and all your best buddies, and just blow it out and come in at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, just absolutely blasted.
Yeah, Monday night prior to the first day of SEMA wasn't a great move either.
No, well, that was
Vinny.
Vinny's peer pressure. Fucking Vinny's always peer pressuring.
No, that was Courtney's pressure.
Courtney.
Followed by Vinny's.
Yeah.
Courtney, by the way, she's a legend.
rings.
Courtney is a legend.
Hey,
I'm not complaining.
We did everything we needed to do. Proved that we could do it.
We did. But at this age, seeing the sun come up, I'd have to say it's
been a while.
Got to be the last time I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Oh,
Well, there's 2 ways to see the sun come up. There's one way
it's like
where
getting up for work.
you went to sleep at 9 p.m. and you're all refreshed. You're like, up with the birds, have a cup of coffee. If you're still awake and seeing the sun come up, that you feel like the worst
It
human
was a
being on the
sobering
planet.
moment when you're walking into the Cosmo, because the Cosmo has the little balconies, and you open the door and you're like, fuck.
Why is it like
well, that
the
was
maids in there?
Yeah. Like, son of a bitch.
Go away.
Right, not right.
me and my wife were. We got in, and then it was like open up the curtains, whatever, and it was both like teenagers. We looked at each like, oh wow, like it's been a long time.
All-nighter.
Yeah, that was crazy. Well, good for you, man. So you can hit 250. You got plenty of time to hit 250.
Oh yeah. No, I'm on great pace. I'm on great pace. I actually yesterday was 223. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm obsessive about my workouts. I mean, it's literally like you guys go to the gym, so it becomes a habit. And so if you don't go, you're like, oh, you feel like you're contracting. So it is my solace. It is my kind of centering. I feel so fucking good when I'm done with a workout.
You do mornings?
I do any time of day, whenever I can fit it in.
Get it in.
If I've done workouts at 8 a.m., I've done workouts at 8 p.m.
What's the routine? You are you on an app? You got something?
No, well, I do 3 different workouts. I do one. It's a Tabata, where it's 4 different exercises, 8 sets of each one, and then you do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off.
So your push, it's cardio.
It's a height workout,
sort of a HIIT
HIIT.
type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And then I do one called 1,000 reps, where you do 10 exercises, 100 reps a piece with light weights.
Okay.
And then 10 push-ups in between each one of those. So you end up doing 100 push-ups and then 1,000 reps of 10 different exercises. And then I do one called cardio, which is I do a half hour on the fan bike.
Fan bike is an ass kicker.
Fan bike is an ass kicker, dude. And you really find out how long a half hour is when you're doing half hour on the fan bike.
You think you're going to take half off. You're like, oh, I'm just going to let the arms do this and then let the leg. You're like, then you find it's like, I don't have anything else to do it.
Yeah. It's all about distraction. I watch YouTube. I listen to music. It's you just keep your mind off of the fucking clock that's right in front of you.
Yeah.
And then I finish all of them
with
200 crunches. Got to get the crunches in every time. Yeah. And it usually takes me between a Tabata takes me 25 minutes with the crunches. 1,000 reps takes about 45 minutes, and then the fan bike's a half hour, then another 10 minutes of crunches.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on it.
Yeah. Scott, I mean, shit, Father Time. Dude, I'm 55 years old. It's like, if not now, when? You know?
Yeah.
Fighting that number.
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah, you're right there.
I should have started fucking 30 years ago. Fuck. Go ahead. Say something mean.
I wasn't going to say something mean. I was just, SEMA just fucking threw me off. Like, I fell off the wagon.
I only missed 3 days at SEMA. Only 3 days.
Missed like most of it, and then it's tough getting back in the saddle.
Yeah.
After once you,
but it's motivating too. If you miss a bunch of days in the row, it's like you can't wait to get back in there and get it going again. You know?
Well, that's why I do 7 days a week. I do every single morning,
Nice.
just because I know there's gonna be when we're traveling and doing stuff like that, you're missing. But
and it's the best in the morning too, because then it's done. And then your day, like, you know, you can do anything else during the day because your workout's in. If you're working out late, you're like, oh, I still got to get this in.
I cannot. 100%. I can go at lunch sometimes, whatever. Like, oh, let's go. I was gonna do some cardio at lunch, but I cannot like lift in
I'm with you
in the daytime.
If I looked like you, I'd be hitting it 7 days a week too. Like, no questions.
You're right. I know.
Are you smoking on the bike or like while bench pressing?
No, he smokes immediately when he gets out. We used to, before they closed this gym, there's a gym right across the street. We used to go together and we'd walk out, and immediately we walk out the door, fucking lights a cigarette.
No, you smoke cigarettes?
Dude.
My doctor told me not to quit.
That's my hugest pet peeve. He said you just drop if you quit.
Yeah, she said you've been doing it since you're 14 and you drink whiskey. Just keep doing it. It's like 100. It's like 100,000 mile automatic transmission. Yeah. Don't fuck with it.
It is such an inconvenience for those around him.
It's not an inconvenience. I don't smoke around you.
Hate it.
You don't ever smell me smoking.
I think it's like unbelievably rude when you just walk out of meals immediately after. Like,
you're not paying attention to the discussion at the meal anyway. So me not being there does. You have ADHD, and if I walk out and smoke a cigarette,
I'm carrying the whole conversation. Well, that's the problem.
It's more because he's turned into Tony, so you don't even know he's gone.
Then you leave, and now it's on me.
This is Jeremy.
Not at dinner. I just am spaced out.
Then I get up to walk out. So, oh, you're just leaving?
No, I don't. I'm not on my phone at dinner. I just like lose. I'm not like a people person.
Okay.
So you're carrying, but so then you leave, and now it's on me to engage and carry the conversation.
It's only a cigarette if it's a long dinner. Like we go to the city or whatever, and it's gonna be a longer thing, whatever. If it goes on for about an hour, I'll pop out. But it's just because you're drinking, you're having a good time, and downtown you're like, man, cold outside. Go outside. And now when I go out to smoke in Chicago. If I go out to have one cigarette, I lose. I end up coming back 3 or 4 cigarettes light. That's just the way it is.
He smokes Newports.
Yeah.
Now, what are some of your favorite restaurants in Chicago? Where do you guys like to go?
I like, there's so many good ones, but there's a new one that's badass that's called Asador Bastion.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, it's rated one of the top steakhouses now. But like Bavette's
my jam.
is there.
Bavette's is unbelievable.
Is killer.
If you can get
still
in.
doing Ed DeBevick's regularly.
We just
Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah, yeah. I got a friend of mine.
There's a big lawsuit about that.
About Rainforest Cafe?
Yeah, the one downtown.
Yeah.
Not paying rent.
There's some killer spot. I got a friend of mine who owns a bunch of chains of stuff like downtown. So Nisos Prime, we were just there. We're doing Bizarre Meats tomorrow night, but there's some killer.
You guys like
spots.
Cut, Chicago Cut?
Not really, but there's what the hell's the name of that other steak joint that I'm trying to think. RPM Steaks killer.
Oh, RPM crushes, yeah.
You thinking Lowry's?
No, not Lowry's. The other one, we all went there together. trying to think of the name of it.
Acidor Bastion, I don't think.
RPM Italian is amazing too.
RPM Italian is
door.
killer. You know what's amazing? Gibson's Italian is because the view.
Yeah.
You're looking straight down the Chicago River.
Yep.
And it's just killer.
Yeah, I love it. Well, Gibson steak obviously is amazing, and Gibson's Italian. Have you ever been to Formento's? It's over on the west side of the highway.
No.
It's over by, you know where Girl and the Goat is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically right across the street from Girl and the Goat.
Okay.
Formento's. That's my favorite Italian in the city. But Chicago Cut is like my jam because I love sitting outside along the river. Like the patio is right on the river. And they're just old school, you know, feels super like mafioso, which I love. I love that vibe.
The one I want to go to that I've never been, which it seems a little cliche, but Gene and Giorgetti's.
Oh yeah.
Never
Gene
been.
And Giorgetti's
but it just feels like
that
I
is
should.
old school also.
Yeah.
Amazing. In fact, I think of Gene and Giorgetti's all the time because I collect matchbook covers. And I have a Gene and Giorgetti's matchbook that's like on top of the pile. So I always walk by and I see it and I'm like, yeah, Gene, that's a old school, good feel Chicago. And what about pizza? What's your go-to pizza in Chicago?
I'm a Lou Malnati's guy. I like Lou Malnati's deep dish.
Love it too. And they can ship those everywhere, which is amazing. You bet Pequod's? Been to Pequod's?
That was mine.
Yeah.
Pequod's is
Pequod's is good.
Yeah.
Not exactly like a place. Like Pequod's great for a takeout.
Yeah.
I mean, the ambiance
Right,
isn't
right.
like
Which one?
The pizza itself,
Well, you get it for it's like Skokie Niles.
Yeah.
There's one over there.
Well, there's one downtown too, isn't there?
The
Pequod's?
downtown
The downtown one.
Downtown one.
And then in the suburbs, Barnaby's.
Dude, Barnaby's. I think we talked about this before. We used to go there when we were kids to get pitchers of beer
On Skokie Highway?
Skokie.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
In basically like Glencoe, Northbrook?
More Northbrook.
Yeah.
But you'd go in there and at like 14, 15, I mean, it must look like I was 9. They'd serve you a fucking pitcher of beer. Like you'd go in and just order like old school, like the water pitchers. Remember, like
the plastic pitchers, the old style
fucking beer. And we'd go in there, all our buddies just drink beer. Like, I mean, because you had I was 15 because a friend was just driving, so he like had a friend who was 16. You'd go in there, just take a pitcher of beer.
What kind would you like? Cold one?
That'll be $6.
Whatever your best beer is. I'll just bring some of your medium to best beer.
Your least flattest beer.
Do you have a beer du jour?
Oh, I'll take a good one. To me, a large good beer.
So needless to say, I don't remember the quality of the pizza because it was more of a beer drinking.
Pequod's is an experience. Pequod's is all about the crust. Pequod's, the crust is good. I'm a thin crust guy though. I like the thin
Been
crust.
to Uncle Jerry's?
Yeah.
Ooh, really, really good.
Where's that at?
In Cary.
Really?
Yeah. It's a banger.
Is it?
That level, yeah. Really
Dude, how
good.
about coming from Glencoe? You ever do Buffalo Joe's in Evanston?
No.
Buffalo wings? Oh, dude.
No.
That's
I've been
We
here.
have an
hearing
amazing
about
wings
this.
place in Glencoe called Little Red Hen. So that's where we would always get our pizza and wings and burgers. Yeah.
Man, how about what was the breakfast joint over there?
Sarkey's.
Oh, hell yeah. Sarkey's, dude.
That was a
Sarkey's,
hangover joint.
I'm disturbed about Sarkey's because one time the cops came in during school and we all had to run down in the basement. Yeah. And there was a bathtub full of meat in the basement.
Oh,
And I was like, that
tracks.
It's like a grease pit.
it really, I will never forget that image. And I'm like, oh, that's what I've been eating for the past however many years. Yeah, but Sarkey's that's a legendary place.
what was the name of the breakfast joint you always used to talk about eating in Elgin? Because this morning at the gym they were doing this special on this place.
It's just like
the wooden booth.
All American Diner or something. I don't know what it was.
It was a name.
Oh,
like
Baker Hill Pancake House was one of them.
Okay.
It was the apple something too.
I don't know. They're just shit like little Greek places.
Yes, they were doing a special. They've been around for 40 something years, and
The other one, Hoagie Hut in Highland Park or Highwood.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know. I've heard of Hoagie Hut, but I have not been there. Yeah,
It's no longer.
we
there.
would always
The
go
health department
south.
Shut them down.
You know, we'd go into Winnetka and Kenilworth and Evanston. Yeah, we wouldn't go north.
So you did probably the Pancake House.
Oh yeah,
for
on Green Bay Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walker Brothers.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you know
and the
that
Walker
we
Brothers
went-
downtown is amazing too in Gold Coast.
Yep.
Yep.
we went to school with the Walker brothers' daughter.
Did we really?
Remember Carrie Walker,
Yeah.
who's in between our age? Her dad was a Walker brother.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't know that till after we graduated.
cool.
So that Pancake House, they did a scene. You remember the movie Ordinary People? It's this old 70s movie. I think they won a couple Academy Awards. But anyway, they filmed it in Chicago, and there was a scene filmed in the Pancake House on Green Bay Road.
No shit.
Yeah. Is that place still there, right? Still going?
It still looks exactly the same.
Yeah, that place is legend. Get the big apple pancake.
Yeah, or the
it's like-
49ers.
Yeah.
49ers are the thin ones, right?
Yeah.
Those are the
It's
The
like-
apple pancakes like got the crust on it.
7,000 calories.
This is
They're
breakfast.
so
It's
good.
basically just crushed sugar.
Those thin ones are so good.
They are.
My favorite thing.
You really can't beat like the Chicago and the surrounding suburbs for
Yeah.
food and drink.
Yep.
As good as it gets.
Agreed.
Brings us to standard questions. Everybody's favorite segment, standard questions, brought to you by the Standard in Wheels, HRE. We've done multiple standard questions with you before, so we're going to throw some curve balls.
Love it.
Get creative, dude. Pull something.
Come on, pull
something-
deep,
Pull
go
something
deep.
fresh.
Yeah, everybody can join.
I think we should bring his question in of the unlimited budget.
I like that.
What's the car?
Well, it's a great one.
Yeah.
We can start there. Unlimited budget, what's the first car you're putting in your collection?
Well, let's start it with you got the unlimited budget because somebody was in a hurry to get like something at the gas station, but you were the guy that got the scratch off ticket and you couldn't make up your fucking mind. So you were standing there for 45 minutes while the guy behind you's pissed off because you had to get the fucking scratch off ticket, but you won a shit ton of money on the scratch off ticket.
Okay.
It's a long lead.
Yeah, it
We
was.
got there.
But here we are.
Is it one car or multiple cars?
Well,
just like one,
budget's unlimited.
This
so
is a $1 billion take home after taxes.
Well, I mean, let's start with my dream car, the triple black AAR Cuda.
Okay.
4-speed. I definitely want a Pro Touring Grand National.
Nice.
Kevin Hart's that was in the MagnaFlow booth a few years ago at SEMA, which was just off the charts.
Solid third place for the Grand Nationals that have been built. Maybe fourth.
I would like a white Grand National.
Yes.
Did you guys
I've
go
seen
to
the one that's floating around?
at Mecum 2 years ago?
Yes.
I think it was there.
Yeah.
There's one. I know there's one that floats around social media. That's badass. It's
It's,
was at Columbus, like,
such a
5
cool
years ago.
look. Yeah.
yes.
Porsche ST. I'd get a GT3 Touring. I'd get a 73 RS.
Nice.
That would pretty much cover all my Porsches.
GT3 Touring.
Yeah.
Why Touring?
Because I don't like the wing, and I like the manual transmission.
Okay.
The wings on the RSs are just too much for me. I like the clean lines of the Touring, and they're more comfortable. They got the
regular
the
seats.
18 ways versus the Sport. The ST is the ultimate Porsche in my opinion. That thing is just unbelievable. And I mean, there's so many cars that come across Mecum that I would buy if I could. I mean, I love Pro Touring cars. And so give me a 71 Roadrunner body, fully blacked out Pro Touring.
71.
I
was going to ask you about that when we were going through the 69, 70, and I was going to ask you where you stand on those because I think they're fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like the 71 to 73s.
Quarter window's gorgeous. The front end kind of falls off.
It's like it's a love it or hate it car.
If you got the color match bumper, it looks a lot better. The chrome bumper doesn't look as good on the front end of the 71s, but I love the 71 body style.
It's unique.
I think the right shop could kill it with that car.
Yeah, you set it up like little NASCAR style. You cut the wheel openings and set it low. I think it
Like the Petty, like the
Yes.
Richard Petty
Yes.
style.
It pops.
Yeah, and I mean, God, I don't know. There's so many cars that I love, and but I think that's a very
good list.
start.
That's a nice collection.
I would love a GT350H, a black one with the gold stripes, the Hertz edition. I mean, those things are so badass.
What do you buy your wife? What would she want?
My wife is more of a she's more into like the 40s and 50s look, like early 50s.
Okay.
So
Lincoln?
Yeah, you know what? She would love a Lincoln. She'd love a Lincoln Continental. Yeah, probably like 66.
Oh, okay. 60s.
But as far as like the 40 style goes, man, I don't know. She just anything from that era is kind of like what attracts her. Yeah, she's drawn to that era.
Next up, one of everybody's favorites. Probably haven't done this. We didn't do this when you were on last.
It's a new segment.
New segment. Your most memorable law enforcement interaction story. And I don't want to hear like Bud's not going to fire you. Bud's got you for another 100 years, right?
Bud's probably got
I
a
want to
few
hear.
skeletons in his closet.
I want to hear behind the paywall Chris Jacobs' story.
First of all, knock on wood, I've never been arrested.
Oh, that's good for you.
I've never been arrested. So I take pride in that, and hopefully that continues.
Usually ain't been
But
trying.
I have had.
It's not that hard.
Three of us.
It reminds me of a Vic Chestnut lyric, an unexpected pleasant run-in with the law, which I've had a few of those before. So maybe I'll flip the script on you guys and tell you about a memorable law enforcement experience that was actually very memorable in a good way.
That's fine. Yeah. That's great.
So I was rushing through Griffith Park one time, which is this big public park in LA, and it's kind of a cut through if you want to save some time and not take the 5 freeway, which is always parking lot traffic. And it was Christmas time, and I was going to rush to get some Christmas presents, and I was blitzing through Griffith Park. I was going like 60 and a 35. And there's always cops in there, and I got pulled over. And the cop comes up to the window, and he's like, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And I'm always honest when I get that question from a cop. I say, "Yes, I do. I was probably going too fast." The worst thing you can do is like say, "No, what are you talking about?" Yeah. So then a cop's just, and you're on bad terms. So I said, "Yeah, I was probably going a little too fast." Like, "Yeah, you were. Let me get your license and registration." I give it to him. And he goes back to his car. He's there for a couple minutes, and he comes back to the window of the car, and he turns back to his partner in the car. He goes, "I told you it was him." And I was like, "Oh yes, I'm gonna get out of this, I think." So he's like, "Listen, man, you got to slow it down here." I go, "No, I totally understand." He goes, "Now listen, you got to do something for me, and I don't want to ask you this, but like, can we take some pictures together?" And so I got out of the car and I
You
go
ain't
to the
giving me no
back,
ticket.
he's
All
giving
you
me,
want.
we're taking pictures and stuff, and I'm like, "This is fantastic. Thank you. It's paying off for me." So that was my best experience with the cops.
That's good.
Yeah, and he didn't give me a ticket.
Hey, if it came in handy, it came in handy. That's when you need it.
But that moment when he turned back to his partner and he's I told you it was him. I was like,
that's awesome.
Thank you, Chip Foose.
I've got one that just spun off of that.
Yeah.
How hard of a transition was it getting on 294 to getting on the 5?
That's good. Because I'll never understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean how we put the in front of every? I don't know. It's something so. In fact, Saturday Night Live did a whole skit about that. Yeah, the Californians.
Okay.
Yes.
It was Bill Hader and some other people in there.
That's a great bit that
I took the 5 to the 110 to the 134.
294 to
What are you talking about?
To get to Huntington Beach, where we shot Overhauling, and I would drive every single fucking day, I would literally take 4 or 5 different freeways to get there, depending on what route was less traffic. It would literally be the 134 to the 5 to the 710 to the 110, back on the 5 to the 405. Get off on Beach, go south.
But then here you land in O'Hare, you jump on 294, you
correct
take that
to 94. Yeah, exactly. There's no thus. There's no thus. So it did take a little getting used to not saying the when I'm back here in Chicago.
Let's see. Next up, a little bit of curveball. You get the black AAR, right? Mm-hmm. That's the first car you get. It's ready to go, raring, blaring. You've got 4 hours to do nothing. No honeydews, no nothing. Kid's great, wife's great. You can just tear off in it. What's the soundtrack you're popping in? What are you listening to?
I mean, I'm an old school classic rock and roll guy, so it's either Stones, Zeppelin, The Who, Beatles, early Ozzy, Black Sabbath, kind of stuff.
Where are you driving it to?
Cranking Leonard Skinnerd.
Oh. Talking to your love language there.
Probably, there's one of two ways you can go. You can go Mulholland if you want the curves. AAR Cuda probably isn't as good for the curves as one of those Porsches I mentioned. So I'd probably take the AR Cuda on a ripped down Forest Lawn, which is just long and straight, no stop signs, no stoplights, and generally no cops. So you can get it up pretty good there.
Let her eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Beatles. Huh? Wait, I'm a Beatles fan too. The Beatles,
What era?
Yeah, Beatles take a lot.
I mean, the whole Beatles. There wasn't really much of an era of Beatles. I mean, they only lasted like 8 years.
Flack, but I love the Beatles.
They're geniuses, dude.
But what is your
completely different?
What's the song? What's the song that stands out?
I mean, well, I consider the White Album to be just one long song. So I got to say, like that medley of Golden Slumbers and She Came In Through the Bathroom Window, and that section of White Album is when I was 11 or 12 years old. I used to go on family vacations for Christmas to Acapulco, Mexico, and one of those years I got a Walkman, and Abbey Road, and Sgt. Pepper's on cassette tape. I listened to those 2 cassettes over and over and over again. So like Fixing a Hole and pretty much anything off of Sgt. Pepper's or Abbey Road.
Yeah, Sgt. Pepper's good.
Yeah, I mean, but everything. Rubber Soul is probably the most perfect album. Just like, I mean, I could listen to Beatles all day long, every day. I'm a big vinylophile. I have a huge vinyl collection. So, I mean, vinyl just sounds the best, especially when it's classic rock.
Yep.
So I get into Beatles deep dives, and I just will play them over and over and over again. Yeah, so.
I'm on Dig a Pony or Year Blues.
Well, did you watch the documentary on Apple TV where they are developing those songs? Have you not seen that documentary?
I have not.
Oh, you got to watch that, dude. Huh. It's called I think it's called Let It Be. The documentary may be called Let It Be, but it's about the creation of that album. And you literally hear these songs come to life because they play them over and over and over and over again.
Is this about
it's the famous
all the different
rooftop
crazy
the
things that they were? I think I saw some of that documentary, but it's talking about like the weirdo instruments that they're talking about doing, right? Or is this a different one?
No, that's different.
Right.
Yeah,
that's when they met.
This
Robbie,
is actually
Sean
very. This is very straightforward. Yeah, that was more Sgt. Pepper's era. But it's amazing because Dig a Pony is one of my favorite tunes.
I
absolutely
love that song. Every time I hear it, it gives me the fucking chills.
Yeah,
Roll a Stone.
Dig a Pony. It's all Lennon.
Yeah,
I mean McCartney was like the melodical genius, and Lennon was the ripping away and getting down to the soul of your being genius. Like he can come up with a lyric that's just like, how the hell did you just speak to me in that way?
So I'm gonna blow your mind, and I'm gonna put you onto something that's amazing right now. Look this up right now on YouTube. Can you do that, Jamie? So I've got some buddies of mine from high school. We're in a fucking killer band, and it kind of fell apart, but they were the closest thing to the Beatles that's ever existed. Look up the Redwalls Dig a Pony. And they're sort of trying to, if they were in the early 2000s, they crushed it. So I'm gonna give a shout out because they're trying to make a comeback.
It's pretty obvious that that's what you're doing.
Nice.
Right there.
This one?
Yeah. So listen, this dude was one of my
lesser clippers. They're not hard enough. The angle
which
is
is
too
a play
high.
on
They're
that
not polished.
Lennon
They're not particularly
lyric.
sharp.
Yeah.
You will never. Oh, that dude, we just mind melded there. That song, you got to see this documentary because you'll hear Dig a Pony 9 million times.
Really?
Yeah.
But dude, if
they develop the song,
I'm gonna watch that. If you want like just a revival of something that could have been the Beatles, listen to these dudes. They didn't turn.
Are those guys brothers?
Yes, they're brothers, but they didn't turn out an album since like the mid 2000s. maybe 2010.
And they're Chicago guys because you went to high school.
Chicago guys, but they were like this close to fucking killing it.
Badass.
They were a few years too early.
Yeah, and it just slipped away. But
and you know what that Pygmy line is from? Is the beginning of one of the tracks on, I think it's Abbey Road, where he goes, "I dig a pygmy."
by
By
Charles
Yeah,
Duffy.
exactly, exactly. I'd like to say thanks on behalf of me and the boys, and I hope we pass the audition. Yeah.
But dude, I used to hang out like back. I mean, shit, we were kids. I mean, and this dude would be sitting there like freshman year of high school, smoking a cigarette, playing the guitar, and he looked like he was like 20-something years old, high as shit. And I'm
Dressed out of the 1960s.
Yeah, as a freshman. I'm looking, my son's a freshman in high school. He's like a little boy.
Right.
And this kid was like, I'd go over to his house and he's
Old
like
soul.
higher than shit, sanding on his guitar, again, smoking a cigarette, like Asian style. I mean, cool smoking, like, you know.
And everyone else is wearing Abercrombie cargos.
Right. Yeah, bell bottoms, you name it.
Did you guys ever go to Biddy Mulligan's?
No.
It was this old school music place. I can't remember what year it closed down, but it was like right in the transition between Evanston and downtown. It was this awesome little music venue. We used to go see this band called Junction there. And this guy was a guitar player, and he was like the next Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Really?
Just ripping. Yeah, so we used to go see him play there. I don't know if he ever, made it, but he was, back in the day, he was like, we were all like, this guy's got it. Yeah.
Chris, you got this weekend, you're here for McCacken.
Yeah.
That's Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, right?
Correct. Yeah. And this year they're featuring an amazing collection of Hemi cars, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. My buddy Ryan Brutt, who goes by the handle The Auto Archaeologist. You guys probably know him.
Yep.
He's been doing a bunch of previews from there. And I'm also looking forward to seeing the guys from Mopar's 5150, Troy and the gang. And then Derek from Vice Grip Garage is going to be there also.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So it's all day tomorrow?
Yeah, all day tomorrow, all day Sunday. I'm going to the Bears game on Sunday. But I will be there Sunday morning early to interview Peter Brock for Mecum. He's going to be there with his 63 Corvette custom that he's done. Because, Peter Brock was one of the designers of the 63 Corvette, the C2. And so I'm really looking forward to talking to Peter. I mean, living legend. The dude's like almost 90 and he's still sharp as a tack. And his history with Shelby and everything. It's just legendary. Yeah.
The only thing that we are missing on semi-standard questions before we wrap this up is...
Oh, you're going to go there?
We got to go there because I have a feeling that I know which way this one's going.
Go ahead. If you ask the question then.
Bert Reynolds or Sylvester Stallone, and why?
Just in general?
Yeah, just in general.
In life, in the world. You got to pick one.
Man. I got to go with Sly.
Yes, I fucking knew it.
And
I knew I fucking liked this dude.
I figured that. I figured it. I picked up on it too.
Sly is just a fucking complete badass.
Yes.
I mean, let's start with the beginning of his career. He did not give in. He had a vision for Rocky, and they wanted to take it away from him, and he said, "No, fuck you. This is my vision."
Sooner or later, people just give up and be like, you know what? Fuck it. Make the movie. I'm tired of hearing about it.
And he wrote it, directed it, starred in it, and
crushed it.
Won an Oscar. I mean, he's a fucking legend, and he's done. I mean, look at how many legendary things. I mean, sure, Bert's a car guy, but he's known as a car guy because of Smoking the Bandit. And it was more about the car than about Bert. I love Bert. Bert was great, but fucking Sly. I mean,
he's not Sly. Bert's great. I'm not going to deny that either. He's not Sly. Yeah.
You picked up on a note. You were like, I think I can get a win. And you went hard. Hey, good for you.
I'm a winner, dude.
You're right.
I get wins.
I picked up
all
on the
we
same.
do is win.
I picked up on the same thing. That's why I was going to shut it down without it going there.
I knew it.
You knew he was cool, knew what's up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Glad
We're
I
working a
passed
little
the test.
something. Yeah.
You working on something?
Working a little something for you.
Okay. Can't wait.
And by the way,
wonder how many times they had to have Bert. How many times he had to sell a movie? You don't ever talk about remember
movies.
Did he write any movies?
Let me give you the ultimate Sly double feature.
Yes.
And everybody needs to do this. Watch Cobra.
Nobody should ever watch
and
Cobra.
Over the Top back to back.
Over the Top's great. Cobra's the worst movie.
Fucking dude.
Hey,
He never
this
takes his
movie
sunglasses
We are
off.
hanging out today.
He
We're gonna
wrecks his Merc 900 times. He cuts a piece of pizza with a scissors for breakfast.
It's the worst.
No one is more bad. And he bags Brigitte Nielsen. No one is better
bad
than
as it
Slot.
gets, dude. He walks around with a
is
fucking
so
matchstick.
bad it's good.
That
Yes.
Mercury was the
Marion
worst
Don't worry
movie
about the
car
Merc. Don't
ever.
worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Don't
You don't
worry.
Worst
about that.
movie car.
Doesn't matter.
The Charger and
Doesn't
Bullet
matter.
lost 19 hubcaps. We
That's
don't have
right.
to worry about it.
Yeah,
you know?
that wasn't a great car, but
Over the Top's a good movie. I'll give you Over the Top.
it's about as good as it gets.
Yeah,
Puts
Cobra.
that hat
It's
back.
Cobra
like a fucking
sucks.
switch. It's like a switch. You come over that. Look at that, just like that.
There it is. That's the move.
Oh man, this has been an absolute fucking
been
blast,
fun, man.
I know you've done a lot of podcasts, way more professional than this. I hope
man.
you had as good a time as we did.
I want to reset my bar and come back for number 4.
Let's do
yeah.
it.
Go.
Oh, you killed the bottle, so that
Bottle's
means
empty. Hell yeah.
you can see the dead soldiers there. If you
Nice.
kill
Only a
if you
few.
kill a bottle, that means you get to autograph it and sign it. You don't get to do that.
And look at that.
If you don't get
Perfect
to kill it.
timing.
Look at
Last
that.
sip.
Don't kill the bottle.
Go to McCacken. Mecum, when's the next auction you're going to be at?
Kansas City, first week of December, which is a smaller auction, about 700 cars. And then in January in Kissimmee, Florida, 4,500 cars across the block. Yeah.
What's the big one for Mecum? Is it that or Indy?
It's Kissimmee is number 1, and Spring Classic in Indy is like 1A.
Okay.
Yeah. But Kissimmee's the big one. Yeah.
We need to get Dana on the podcast. That'd be good.
Is he full time in Lake Geneva? Or does he live in the Chicago area?
No, he's I think he's full-time Lake Geneva. Yeah.
Chris, it's been amazing.
Too. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Really appreciate
Anything
it.
you ever need, let us know. I'm sure we're going to run into each other real soon.
Thanks, man.
In
appreciate
January with Bruce Meyer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're doing that. We're 100% doing that.
Love it.
All right. See you again next week.
Thanks, man.